Ahri Sentinels is the most popular composition in TFT right now. We are looking at metatft.com. We have filtered by Diamond Plus, sorted by pick rate, and you can see that Ahri Sentinels is much more popular than even the second most popular comp. Now, this is a sentiment that's been expressed a number of times when people have asked me, what is a good composition to one trick? And I always tell them Ahri Sentinels, and then they tell me, well, there's 4 people that are playing it in my lobbies. I can't find Ahri. What do I do? So I decided to create a brand new account that I played from unranked all the way up to masters. And by the time we got into my diamond games, my MMR was so high that I was ranking against GM and challenger level players. So there is a wide variety of skill that you're going to see in the games that I've highlighted here. What you're going to notice is that before Emerald, I'm able to force lose streak every single game by open fording. I get very rich, and I'm able to level to 8 on 4-1 and roll down for the board. But there are other games, once we get into Emerald Plus, where other people are open fording and contesting our lose streak. Things get a little bit more difficult. We're not as rich. Sometimes we have to 4-2 it. And when those things happen, our life changes a little bit. Things get a little bit more difficult. Now we have to start considering playing for Winstreak if we get offered the option of a Winstreak. There's also some little tricks that you'll learn from stage 1 in terms of making 10 gold early. You'll look into different augment selections, different mid-game boards that you can play, different end-game boards that you can play. So if you're looking to understand how to one-trick a composition, even if they nerf Ahri Sentinels, I hope you'll learn something from this. All right, here we are. In the first game that we are going to hard force for Ahri Sentinels, we're voting for multi-talented over component anvils. Both are pretty good. Actually, in this spot, component anvil is better. Now, I think in higher elo, you might find multi-talented slightly better because you're going to have less resources to roll for either a Sentinel or Spellweaver, ideally when it comes to your headliners, but in this lower elo, I should have the resources to guarantee that I get a good headliner. Okay, it ends up that we don't get either. This is really bad. This is the worst case outcome because, unfortunately, training dummies are not very good for this comp. You already have a lot of frontline here, so this puts us in a spot where it's going to be a little awkward. It's definitely going to be stronger for other people than it is for us. Of course, we are in unranked territory right now, so that means that it probably will not matter all that much. But still, obviously, we would have hoped for either multi-talented or component anvils there. Now, I tend to think that the better way to play Ahri Sentinels is you try to play for probably lose streak, honestly. If I'm being quite honest here, I think that playing for lose streak is the best thing you can do. Now, one of the more difficult parts about being in lower elo is that forcing lose streak can be on the harder side of things because people are not playing real boards for the most part. Mostly because they're trying to figure out the game or whatever. So trying to get those lose streaks is a little tougher here. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So this is half a Gunblade. We're not going to make the Lilia 2. I think I'm going to try my best to go for lose streaks. If we can't go for them because it's just not that feasible, then we will maybe pivot off of this game plan. But for now, we are going to try to continue onward with this plan. Now, I don't remember if I've gotten gold yet. If I have, I don't know that Lilia can win this by herself. She probably can't. But I'm down to find out. Let's go find out. Can she win this by herself? We'll give her a sword for good measure. Pretty close. Of course, she would not have won without the training dummy. And I don't think she would have won without the sword either, for that matter. Okay. So, component or Caretaker's Favor is pretty good. I would be curious to try this out. I don't think it's good, actually. I think Caretaker's Favor is probably quite good for this comp because it guarantees that you get the items you're looking for. And you're going level 8 anyway, so why not? So, we already have somebody who's like fully AFK. Let's just try full open fording until we fight the guy who has no units. This guy right here. Once we fight Monkey, we'll be good to go. Now let's go ahead and set up our team planner appropriately here. We have Lilia, Cassante, Garen, Echo, Mordekaiser, Blitzcrank, and then we get our Spellweavers in there with Seraphine, Lulu, and Ahri. And that is the composition for the most part. Again, we're trying to make as much gold as we can every single turn here. Can I make exactly 20 here? I can, in fact, make 20. That's very good. So we shall do so. Now, this is only possible, as far as I know, if you are able to use one unit to beat the 1-4 wave. And I believe the only unit that is capable of doing that without the training dummy is Olaf, I believe. And I think he needs a belt or some sort of item put onto him, so I don't think he'll solo it by himself. He's not quite like Renekton from set 9, which does make things a little bit more complicated. This guy already has Jax too, with Jeweled Lotus, pretty good. But yeah, we're just trying to speedrun our economy as much as possible here. I guess I should get the music going. I just realized that I don't have any music because I don't listen to it on my main account. But let's go ahead and get that music unmuted. Now, both me and this other guy have not killed any units. Of course, I'm not going to have to fight against him here. Just having a look to see what different boards people are playing. This guy doesn't have any synergies on his board. We still haven't fought against the guy who is... We still haven't fought against the guy who's AFK, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm very curious at what elo people start open forting, or start realizing that lose streak is very strong on this patch. Of course, if you watch this in a later patch, that will probably change. We're looking for tier here more than anything else. It's wrong side, but it doesn't matter because the other guy is AFK. Surprised that Spatula is not going early here. There we go. Somebody grabs it. So Spatula in this current patch is 100% a free first. And by free first, I mean probably like a free top 3 or so. If you're able to get true damage spot. Have a look at this guy's spot. See, like, this guy's not even using the Cluttered Mind Augment, unfortunately. And again, we're probably going to have to just sell everything here. It is what it is. So we have 3 of 6 Ahri items. The Ahri items are definitely the most important. Tank items are pretty flexible here. Although I will say, I think getting Ionic Spark and Sunfire is pretty good overall. Notice that some people here in this elo will not econ at all, which is an issue. So this guy not making 10 here means that his board strength will never be very high. Alright, we're just going to sell everything again. Okay, this guy has 2 units here, so we could actually technically hold on to something and probably still win, which is possibly correct. Probably is, or, well, okay, there's no reason to buy anything here. I don't even really want to, like, at most we kill 1 unit on that guy's board. There's just no point. We finally fight him here, but of course we get to sustain our lose streak, because we have no units on our board. But it doesn't matter that this guy is AFK. And what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to pre-level, I believe, for better odds on our next shop. So we're going to do that by selling Gragas. We're now 8 out of 10. We'll get 2 XP here, push into level 5. Get slightly better odds. You can see here that we got a Kaisa, which is pretty good. Now, one thing that's a little scary here is, of course, that we are kind of weak in this spot. Let me make sure. Sure. I'll hold on to the Kaisa. Kaisa can actually hold on to our Ahri items for now, which is fine. And we're hard forcing this, so there's no reason to not do this. I did not need to play the Riven here. I could have played a cheaper unit because the Kaisa probably just 1v9s all of this. Yeah, now we are approaching the stage of the game where you do want to play some units on your board. Some actual units. Items are a little awkward. We're not too happy to see an offensive item here. We will start holding on to every Sentinel that we see. And we're going to look for a better front line than this. Let's have a look here. What can we play? Riven's kind of irrelevant. I mean, our team is really bad, but it might be enough to win against some people just because of this unit by itself. We'll see. Like, for example, this guy is also very weak. Okay, very good. So we still lose, which we're happy about. I would have liked to have killed this, but that's alright. We're still looking to lose. Very important that we still lose. Now, next level, we're going to get an anvil. From that anvil, we're looking for a couple of things. I would say mainly belt. Okay, bulk is interesting. Let me go through this real quick. So we have 6 Sentinel, Ahri. On my second monitor right now, I'm looking up specifically with 6 Sentinels and Ahri, what are the best augments I can get? So we know bulk is probably very good, right? And I think it's for sure better than these other 2 options. Interestingly enough, Curse Crown has some pretty good stats, but that's a little bit on the riskier side. We're not going to be doing anything with that. And Wellness Trust, it's a little late in the game for Wellness Trust. So we'll go ahead and go with Cybernetic Bulk, which gives all of our units a bunch of extra HP. We're going to go ahead and level here. We get our little anvil, which is great. And ideally we were able to, let's make that. We'll make some gold here. And again, we're looking for that belt here just to finish off the last Ahri item. So now we have everything that we want for playing Ahri. And the only thing we're looking for now are the Sentinels. Now, it's not too bad here if we win. This guy does have set 2, but I have a 3-item carry, which is pretty strong. And he's also not level 6, so I probably win this. Alright, very good. We get a Garen here. We're happy to see that. And we don't really need to use these punk rolls, by the way. We're just kind of playing a random assortment of units here. Whatever works. I guess technically we can go Mosher here and it's okay. So on the right side are units that we actually want to hold on to that are interesting for later on. And on the left side here we have the units that we don't care so much about. So for example, this guy is level 5 with, you know, Hedge Fund, for example, which gives a lot of gold. But he didn't level up to 6, which he absolutely should have, because now he's going to fall behind other people who push to level 6 here. Now, in this spot, he'll be alright, because we sacked a lot of this game. And we're not really rolling for upgrades. But if we were somebody that was actually playing the game normally the whole time and not hard forcing a comp, then he would be pretty far behind right now in terms of this is gonna make him think that this unit's broken when it's really not. So his board works. He has a bunch of synergies on it that are quite good. At this point, we're now looking for a couple of different things. We can go for Cloak here. 4-cost Cloak is good. I actually think we go for 2-cost Cloak, believe it or not, because it's on a Garen. Actually, I messed up. I was supposed to take the 3-cost Rod here on the Echo. I thought I already had Rod. I thought I had Rod, and I was going to build Ionic Spark, which I think is very good. So we messed up a little bit here. We should really be getting this Echo here instead, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Alright, we get our little Garen 2 here. That's good. And we'll go ahead and put maybe this on the board. Honestly, I would go ahead and drop out of the Bruiser here for a moment. Now, normally you would level here, but we're not going to. And we'll just go ahead and make the Declaw, just to save some HP. Again, our goal here in lower elo is to just never roll before we have to. And why are we not putting the Declaw on Garen? It's because we're going to want that Garen later on. And so we don't want to have to remake Garen, which we would have to do if we slam the Declaw into him, because we'd want to eventually get it onto Blitz or something a little stronger, right? Now, losing these rounds and winning this one was pretty bad. My econ is definitely taking a hit because of that. But we're going to keep greeding our gold here. You know, we have to believe that eventually we'll be stronger than these other guys. One mistake that I've made here is I haven't slammed my sword, which should have definitely got slammed. So we'll go ahead and put the sword on set. Why slam the sword? Because this particular augment gives us 555 health for each unit that's holding an item. We're going to sell the set eventually, so it's not like the sword's really stuck somewhere that I can't get it away from. Also, Misfortune should be on the board, for sure. Misfortune should be on the board right now. So because we haven't streaked all that much this game, we are kind of on the poor side of things. That's okay, though. This comp requires a lot of gold, which is a little rough, our current spot. We're a lot poorer than I would like to be, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. So we level here, we get our little anvil here, which is great. We get big shot in. We're not gonna level next turn and roll because... So this guy's actually level 7, which is pretty good. This guy's actually pushing levels like he's supposed to. Have a look at everybody's economy right now. But we're not going to go level 8 next turn because we do not have the gold to do so. We don't have enough gold to consistently hit next turn, which is a little unfortunate. We've also gotten very unlucky with these items. Swords are not good. We don't want this many swords. And I'm going to have to think about, you know, creative ways to burn through swords. I'm actually not totally sure what that's going to look like. TBH. I mean, I think we need to build Shojin. But if we build Shojin, we're going to struggle with defensive items. But I think I have to start killing the sword somehow. And for now, we'll put this belt here. Alright, so next turn, we're going to level up. And we actually really don't need these extra Garens here. They don't really do anything for us, so we're probably just going to go ahead and sell them, actually. We're not going to go for Garen 3 or anything. So we fought a Ghost here, which means the board's weaker, because certain things just do not work on Ghost board. Certain traits don't work, certain augments don't work, etc. So let's go look through the options here. We have Long Distance Pals, Remember Your Roots, and Best Friends. So far, the best one is Long Distance Pals. Oh, it's probably Jeweled Lotus. Yeah. Magic Wand, also pretty good. But I think we're going to go Jeweled Lotus here. A little more consistent. Alright, and now we're going to start rolling a little bit. We can get better than this. So that is a very good option, but we want Sentinel here. And we'll start selling these. Oh, it's called open selling here. Because we're going to eventually try to hit something else. We're rolling a little slow side here. Go ahead and put this in. Make sure we get all of these in. Now, I don't really want to itemize any of the current units on our board, and I think we can get away with greeding that. But normally you would not be able to greed this. You'd have to play for something a little bit better than this. You'd have to slam some of these items, but I haven't. But I can get away with that right now in this elo, just because people are not playing very strong boards. Alright, let's keep rolling for some sort of upgrade here. We have this, very good. Get the Echo in. Can I do better than this? I mean, I can do better than this. But I have to keep rolling regardless for... Kind of an awkward spot here, because we really would like... We really need a headliner here. This is part of why having an econ augment is so good for this comp. I don't need to slam these items against these guys. They're too weak. So we'll probably stay above 10 gold here. Very good. We're on a win streak now. Pretty happy about that. Now, we're probably going to end up with double Shojin here. On Sona, ideally. We may not get that Sona, unfortunately, because there's a guy that's in here with Annie. Oh, he's going for the spatula instead, I think. Oh, this guy went for Rod, so why did he go for Rod? There's no reason, right? So he's not really... this guy in particular, not really sure what he's doing, right? It happens. So we're probably going to go double Shojin Sona instead of the Lulu that we just bought. And we're going to go ahead and roll a little bit here. We always go for attack speed Sona in this comp for the most part. Just generally pretty strong. Okay, that's good enough. So that gives us 6 Sentinel. We get to chill here. And now we'll probably go for... we'll go for anti-heal on this. We should not have itemized the Mordekaiser, but that's alright. So now we're pretty much, our board's pretty much done. We're really strong at this point. We really don't need to do anything at this stage. For the rest of this game, we'll probably just win. Because this is a real board. And most people that are fighting or playing with boards that are not very strong. We probably should make 20 here, selling all this stuff. But it's alright. Honestly, we could probably just group everything up here. So I think in this case, you are in fact supposed to just sell everything and start pushing. Start pushing levels, that is. I'm not going to lose to any of these players with this board. And so this Sona, when she ults, you'll notice that my board does a ton more damage. It's just how it is. She gives the Ahri a ton more attack speed. She gives herself a ton of attack speed. Just makes everybody really strong. But the goal at this point is we're looking to level up. And we're looking to get 5 Spellweaver in. Which we have on the bench right now. That's what the Lulu is for. And then maybe eventually trying to transition out of this Echo and into Blitzcrank instead. Blitzcrank would be a better headliner to play. But unfortunately, we did not see a Sentinel Blitzcrank, which we really kind of wanted. So instead, we're just going to have to kind of chill here and wait for later on. All right, let's see. What do we get? We'll go ahead and pick up the Echo pair. Eventually, we are going to probably want to move out of Echo Headliner because he's a low-cost unit. Now, let's see what we want to do here. Now, we could go Nashers on Sona, which is kind of interesting. And then if we go Nashers Sona, we would go TG on... I kind of like that, actually. So you go TG here, get a bunch of HP from Bulk, Cybernetic Bulk, and then we're going to get a final item on Sona so that she can hopefully carry us. Now, Nashers is a lot weaker than Rageblade on Sona in particular, but that's okay. Once she actually ults, she's gonna attack very quickly. Already 2.34 attack speed, and she's ulting again, and it'll go up even further each time. We didn't even really get to see it because the fight was over before she even ulted that second time. So we really don't have to make our board any stronger at this point in this elo because, again, nobody's playing meta comps. This guy's level 6 still, for example, with Annie 2. But if we were playing in a more serious lobby, of course, we would want to actually push and try to get that 5 Spellweaver in, try to upgrade this to a Blitzcrank, and so on and so forth. So this guy is actually playing a real board. He's playing Jax 3, and he has a lot of gold because he's playing Hedge Fund. He has Jewel Lotus, which is pretty good. Now he's playing Pandora's items and rolling a bunch of items on his bench, which of course is incorrect. At this stage of the game, it's a little late for that. So we're going to play him right now. Now, Ahri kind of hard counters this comp. Even though Jax is very good, Ahri is just really good against Jax in particular because she stuns him and does a lot of damage, so this Jax is not going to live very long here. Or I guess he does live a little longer than I thought he would, but yeah, just generally speaking, he's going to have a tough time against this. You can see Sona is actually our top damage here, but that's because we don't have Ahri 2 yet. Now, there are ways in which you can kind of vary the way the comp is played. Like, for example, you can, instead of playing 5 Spellweaver on 9, you could theoretically go for playing Kiana instead. A Kiana 2, if you had items for her. She could be pretty strong. You can also consider going for, if you don't have, for example, the option of 5 Spellweaver, which happens if you don't have Sentinel or Spellweaver Headliner, then instead you could try to play any flexible unit. So like Ziggs, for example, could be good as well because he provides MR Shred, which we currently do not have. In fact, that's going to be a pretty high priority on the next carousel if we can get it, is MR Shred. If I had taken Rod on one of those earlier carousels, I would actually have Ionic Spark, which would have been pretty good here, but that's alright. We're still plenty strong without it. But in this case, I think the strongest or the best thing we can do is probably just to level and add a 5th Spellweaver to our board. We're going to look here to see if there's... Oh, there is a form of MR Shred. It's Shiv. So we're going to go for Static Shiv here, which is great. We're pretty happy to see that. And we'll go from there. Now, normally Shiv would go on to Sona, but we already have full items on the Sona. So we're just going to level up here, and we're going to put a Lulu on our board. And that Lulu is going to hold on to Shiv. Perfect. We even got the Lulu too. So we'll go ahead and put the Shiv here on the Lulu. Call it a day. Now we haven't seen a Blitzcrank, unfortunately, yet this game. Aside from that one Disco Headliner, which is not good enough. But we are going to, at some point here, sell this Echo. We don't need to now because, again, we're way stronger than everybody else in this lobby. But in theory, we would want to sell the Echo here and upgrade for a 4-cost Headliner, or if we're lucky, maybe even a 5-cost Headliner. Although I don't think there's any 5-cost that would be better on this particular board than getting either Sentinel or Spellweaver Ahri. Alright. So when we get into neutrals here, we're going to sell the Echo. We're just going to sell it without any replacement, or without knowing exactly what we're going to hit. And then we'll roll down on 6-1, stage 6-1, so we're on 5-6 right now. And we'll see what we can get. So this guy still has a lot of gold. He might even have over 100 gold, given the fact that he's playing Hedge Fund. So it might actually be possible that he has that much gold and he's just choosing not to spend it. Of course, he's in a tough spot. He's not really going to know exactly how to beat this board because this is a very strong board as is. So again, we're selling this. We actually hit the Ahri, which is interesting. So we'll go ahead and pick that up, actually. But we do need to find Blitzcrank now. And we could arguably go for... Nice, we got the Blitzcrank. I rolled a little on neutrals here because I know I'm going to have to roll a lot of gold, and it's pretty overwhelming to do that all in one turn. So we have to play him over one of the Spellweavers here. So again, we're just looking for Blitzcrank. Very good. So we'll just go ahead and play him here. We'll give up on KDA, it's fine. Now we have a choice here where we could actually play for... Let's just go Warmogs on our real tank here. Blitzcrank. And of course we could go for RE3 potentially. Alright, what are we doing? We have some options. One is we can keep rolling and go for RE3, which I think might be correct, actually. I probably should roll until Sona, at least. Like, on average in this game, you would probably roll until you hit Sona, and then go from there. Now, the thing is that in this game, it takes a lot of gold to hit RE3, or any 4-cost 3-star. I'm surprised this guy isn't rolling more. But he probably doesn't, he probably isn't really totally sure about what to pick up in his shops. So he has a lot of gold here, but he's really overwhelmed with what to do with all that gold, right? Again, we really don't need to be rolling here, but I like doing it. I have fun rolling. That's it's that simple. I like rolling. You might wonder why I'm not playing Seraphine on my board. It's because Lulu actually is a good unit, whereas Seraphine is not so much a good unit. Alright, there's another Ahri. Really just kind of looking for the Sona here, more than anything. But this should just be the end of the game here. And there you have it. That's the Ahri Sentinels in the first game. Of course, again, we're playing against, you know, not the strongest players in the world, and that's okay. But as we climb up in the ranks, hopefully we'll be able to show the power of this comp overall. As this this can easily climb all the way up to Challenger. But there we go. That's the first game in the bag. Let's go on to the next one. This is game number 5 on this Ahri Sentinel one-trick account. We are voting for component anvils because you need very specific items to make Ahri work. And this will help us get those items, especially if we have an opener that can win streak. That's actually what happened in my prior game, game number 4. Outside of that game, we've mostly been playing for lose streaks, but even with lose streaks, component anvils are still quite good. So really here we're kind of hoping to get these component anvils going. Very good. So again, I think the priority here when it comes to these anvils is you're looking for Ahri items first. You're a lot more flexible in terms of what you're looking for on tank items. And the lowest priority of the Ahri items is going to be the sword, or the lowest priority component is sword, because you only need one of them. And if you get multiples, it's not great. So usually when we pop these anvils, we're not going to look for Gunblade that early on. We're going to be looking for blue buff and Nashers. Bow is good. Half a Nashers. We're happy to see that. And here we're going to pick up Kennen plus Annie. Just because these two in particular can actually be played as units in the early game. You can play around super fans with Annie potentially as a substitute until you're able to get to that Sentinel build that you're actually looking to play. So that's one option. Kind of want to hold on to this Aphelios as well in this spot for a couple of reasons. Number one, if we get Heartsteel, it's pretty good. Number two, if we get Lucky Streak, we'd be very happy with that. So we'll pick up the Cassante here, pick up the Kennen, play both of those for now. And I think we're good other than that. Oh, and we should probably get some music going. I forgot about this in the last couple of games. Make sure that we get that music on. I find it a little distracting when I play, so normally I play with the music off, but I do understand from a viewing experience, it's good to not just have pure silence all the time. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. We have a Nashers already, very good. Stimpack is probably pretty solid. Bulk is interesting. I think it might be Stimpack lose streak here. I think that might be the play. I see a consistency player here. But it looks like he's going consistency win streak, which is interesting. I don't know if it was Stimpack here. It's probably Bulk, honestly. That's alright, though. We need to make 10 here. Okay, very good. We do lose this. We're happy to see this. So we're going to play for lose streak this game. We already have 3 Ahri components, so this game in particular should be relatively easy to get all that we need. Honestly, because we know exactly what we're playing, it's probably in our best interest to pop these anvils now. just so that we know exactly what we're doing here. Did the consistency player lose? He did lose. He did in fact lose. So we get Rod here. And we're hoping to get tier on this last one. No tier. Probably just go another defensive component here. So we definitely need to get some defensive items here. And I'll hold on to the Heartsteel units here. This guy is not open forting yet. He's still playing around his best board. That's fine. So we have the Nashers, we have the Gunblade. Now we just need the blue buff. Blue buff is a little hard to get sometimes, so part of why we're sacking here so much. We want the gold from getting a lose streak. We want the gold from, and we want the components from our augment once we get to 50 HP. Those are kind of like the two main goals here. Now, if we can play Heartsteel in the early game, I'd be pretty happy here. Unfortunately, we were not lucky enough to find Heartsteel. So we will probably just make gold here. We'll just make 20. I could play Superfan, but there's really no point in doing so. Let me look at this consistency player. So the consistency player is just chilling. This guy has Heartsteel early. I mean, these guys are actually playing real boards. And by real boards, I mean they're not weak. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this this Echo here, unfortunately. It's alright. Hopefully we can get tier here. Hopefully we can get tier here. I'm a little nervous in terms of... so, on Carousel, pretty high priority is going to be getting Set or Yone. But the thing is tier is more important than either of those things. Oh, Yone is huge here. Yone with tier. Pretty happy to see that, actually. So we get Heartsteel. We're going to sack a little bit here. We're probably only playing 3 units on our board for now. I don't know if we're in the elo yet where people will actually open fort when they realize that they're on a lose streak and they need to kind of play around that lose streak. Like if this Ducky guy, good name by the way, if he decides to open fort, we're kind of in rough shape here. But for now, we'll just sell these 3, call it a day. I mean, he looks like he's leveling and itemizing things, so we're alright right now. We're scouting right now to see if there's any position I could do that would be more likely to kill a unit. Not really, is the answer to that question. This guy I was never killing a unit against, no matter what I did, unfortunately. This guy has Zed too, it's just kind of, not Z2, but he has a Zed, which is kind of scary. And by kind of scary, I mean really scary. So we have Nashers, we have quite a bit going for us here. We have the Nashers, we have the Gunblade, we have half a blue buff, we have the beginning of our defensive items, which is great. So now we just need to start looking for some sort of carry here. Part of me wonders if Yasuo would be an acceptable carry. Like, should I lock this shop? In an ideal world, it's just Senna, I think. So we've lost a lot of HP here. We're at 66 HP. Kind of a scary spot, but it's alright. We're gonna get a lot of components from Stimpack. Big Shot here is actually pretty solid. We'll go ahead and just make these items now, because we know we're always making them. And hopefully we get blue buff here. But yeah, we're just basically hoping that this Kaisa is going to be able to kill some units for us. Blue buff is great. Another sword is not great. Alright, very good. Good chance we reforge that sword, honestly. So I kind of like Steadfast here. Do I really reforge sword, you think? Honestly, I'm down to chill for now. Okay, we're gonna get destroyed here. Honestly, I'm just gonna slam this. This is a really strong opener. Look at this guy. Already has Jinx 3. Already has Vi 3. It's only 3-1 here. 20 gold left over. Really good spot for them. Well played. By well played, I mean that's pretty high roll, but that's good. That means we have some competition in this game. Alright, so big thing is we need to look up augments here. Rolling for days is actually probably not horrible. But I think Harm Assist might be better. Silver Veil. How good is Silver Veil? Not great. Pandora's items, probably usually quite good, but I really don't need it. Because I already have the items I need. So, Harm Assist has better stats here. Indomitable Will. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll just go Harm Assist here. And honestly... let's do something like this, I guess. We're just looking to save HP here, by the way. I don't really expect to win that many rounds here. Okay, very good. Alright, so we got a bunch of components here. Let's go look at those components. What do we get? It's probably Thief's Gloves here. Okay. Shojin here. And then something like this. We do want to get anti-heal at some point. Alright, very good. We don't even mind winning here. If we can level up for an edgelord, that would be great. Okay, in this spot, Blitzcrank is definitely our highest prio. Still no Lilias, which is kind of unfortunate. But we're starting to build either Lulu items with this, or it's either going to be Lulu or what's the other thing? Sona. Eventually Sona, ideally, right? Hold on 1 second here. Let's see, what are we doing? 32 gold to level. And then... Don't know how this Yasuo is going to do with these items. These are pretty terrible items for, or Yone rather. But that's alright. Two, three, four. Sorry, 2, 3, 5, 6. I can't make 10 here. Unfortunate. There's really no reason to buy these things though. How many combats? So this is 1 combat, 2 combats. We'll transition on 4-2. It's a little late. I don't like transitioning on 4-2. Usually I like transitioning on 4-1. But we don't really have the gold this game to do it, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to sack here. But this guy will be playing Ahri Sentinels. So we're finally reaching the elo in which people actually do things, by the way. They actually play different things, which is kind of scary. Hopefully this guy's not able to get his items on in time. Yeah, see? He's too distracted. And this happens a lot. There's a lot of things to do in, like, some turns. So because he's so distracted, he has, like, all these items on bench that want to be on the Viego that he finally was able to find but doesn't have on his board. I've been there before. Good old ducky ducky. I've definitely been there. I know how that feels. I know that frustration. So we were able to 3-streak into neutrals here. Not even the best here, because obviously we want some like Heartsteel resources still. But that's alright. So we're probably going to end up in a spot here where next turn we're just gonna sack. We're gonna lose next turn. But I don't have the gold really to go all in next turn. It's the reason I don't really want to do it right now. But if we were in higher elo, this would be pretty bad to not be able to go to send it next turn. Like, use all my gold next turn. Right, I'm actually going to sell everything here that I don't think could ever be used on my board. So Warmogs is pretty good here. Warmogs is good. So is Anti-Heal, though. Let's reforge. I kind of want to go Sunfire here, which is really awkward. I'm probably going to go Shiv, honestly. You think I kill this or no? Oh, this would be a big win if I won. That's huge. This is a big win. Okay, we know this is good. Okay. We're going kind of slow here. Let's go like that. I just rolled past Mordekaiser. It's embarrassing. Who am I missing? Echo? I didn't even get that on in time. Let's put that here. Alright. Definitely some mistakes made here. Not a very clean transition here. We do need to keep rolling here, unfortunately. No echo means we definitely need to roll. Okay, now we might be okay to not roll. Did I just lag there? Why were those units on the same hex? That's scary when that happens, because that usually only happens when I'm disconnecting. I'm not that strong here. I'm really not that strong here. If I was fighting like really strong boards here, I would definitely not feel good about my spot. But because we hit most of the board, we're still okay. Well, we actually hit the full board. The only problem is that we don't have a headliner, right? Which is kind of a big deal. It's actually a really big deal. But so far, we're not encountering any major issues with it. We want the Ahri with Rod here if we can. Really unfortunate here. Oh, I maybe should have gone 5-cost bow there, actually. And just built a second item for... Yeah, I kind of feel like I should have done that. Okay, Spellweaver, Echo's got to be good enough. This means we can now push levels, I think. It's a little awkward here, though, to sell the Kiana there. I'm not sure selling Kiana is correct, because that's one of the units sometimes you want to add to your board. That's alright, though. We'll figure it out eventually. We have all these items on bench right now, which is pretty awkward. We obviously shouldn't have this many items on bench, but it's fine. This is the thing about this comp, is that even when everything's 1-starred, it's still pretty strong. And obviously it gets a lot stronger as you get your upgrades. So when we level up at some point here, we're probably going to end up selling this Echo. But for now, Echo's good enough. The reason I'm not slamming anything here is I kind of want to hold on to both Cloak and Tear for specifically either Shiv or Ionic Spark, so I have some Sunder or Shred on my team. I think I lose this, actually, because he has a really good tank here, and he also has this pretty scary Lux. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I don't lose it. He didn't copy the right thing, but he just killed my my only carry. I mean, okay, technically Lulu's a carry as well, but like she kind of doesn't do much. This guy griefed really hard by copying Zack's ability instead of Lux's. Because by copying Zack's ability, his Lux is just not casting at all. She's spending the majority of the fight just bouncing around, which, as funny as that is certainly not optimal. But I think I would have lost that fight if he had EDM'd the right unit. And he still has Zack EDM'd, unfortunately. And it's also not even a Zack 2, it's a Zack 1. Alright, so we got the Ionic Spark, but we also got a bunch of Tears here, which is awkward. I'm down to go, like, Rage Blade, Ionic. I got it, I figured it out. So it's Ionic here, and then Redemption, and then Val. And now we have several fully itemized tanks, a fully itemized secondary carry, which is great. At some point, we're going to be able to level up here for Seraphine. I don't know that Seraphine's going to be worth... Seraphine 2 is worth making, to be honest with you. This unit's not very good. But once we finally get Sona here, we'll be really strong. That's his item there for sure. So I'm not going to make Seraphine 2 here, because I just generally speaking don't think it's worth it. I think Seraphine is very expensive for what she provides. She's just not that good of a unit with no items. I mean, heck, even with items, she's not very good, but especially without. So I'm noticing that people are really starting to get decent boards here. Like, this guy is really scary. This guy is really scary, actually. I think this guy might win the game. This might be the first game I don't go first in, because I don't know that I can beat that guy. We'll try to, though. But we're definitely going to need, like, Sona 2. And, of course, Ahri 2 and Blitz 2 and all sorts of other stuff. So the awkward thing is like, let's say I level up on 5-5, that's next turn. If I do this, I put myself in a kind of awkward position where it costs 64 gold to level next turn. I'm going to have over 80 gold. I'm going to have 20 gold left over. It's going to give me 5 Spellweaver, which is pretty strong. But I'm not going to have enough gold to guarantee that I hit Blitz, Ahri, and Sona. So I'm probably going to level and sit next turn, meaning I'm not going to spend any gold. But it's going to be a little scary once we start fighting... Where is this guy? Oh, he's 10 HP now. He's 10 HP now. So maybe we have a chance. Okay, I think we lose this. I'm not sure. Wow, that's close. It's really close. If he had Vex 3, I definitely lose. Also, he's going for a Mumu 3 as well. Actually, he could have Vex 3 right now if he wanted to. But I understand why he's greeting. Okay, the guy that I said could go first just lost. So that's, I guess, good for us. I'm surprised he lost, though, to be honest. I am. I think I go Shiv here, which is... I could start itemizing Garen. I almost got a Deathblade because I was... it gives you... If you don't pick something, it gives you highest cost. That would have been awkward if I got Deathblade. Okay, good. Our hexes are not bad. This is our first time this game seeing the hexes. They're actually not that bad. We'll start itemizing the Garen here. Unfortunately, our... Okay, here we go. This guy just hit both things. That guy's pretty strong. Now, we're still playing with a bunch of 1-stars on our board, so we're not very strong here. Isn't it crazy how even with all these 1-stars, this board is so much stronger than your average TFT board? It feels unfair. It actually is unfair how unbalanced this particular board is. So we'll roll down on 6-1 here. This guy's pretty strong, but he's still... The problem with this guy is that he's still playing Cassante headliner, right? This guy is really strong. This guy's the only guy who's like in contention for, I think, winning the lobby here. This guy has a pretty solid build on his Akali. Actually, yeah, pretty solid build. And his Karthus is not really going to do any damage, but doesn't really matter. Okay, Ahri's still alive. That's really all that matters. So no surprise that this guy's winning rounds. Let's go full tank on the Blitz. Make him as tanky as possible. And then we'll go full utility on on the other guy. On Echo. I don't even know that I should be making that, but it's fine. So I actually got weaker here because I lost... Hold on. I don't even know that that's the correct thing to take there, by the way. But I do know that I need Sona at some point here. That's why I have Sona on bench right now. Or sorry, that's why I have Lulu 2 on bench. So that when I find Sona, I'll eventually be able to replace it. I don't know if this guy beat my Ghost or not. I don't want that one Sona, man. You know, this could be interesting. Let's try this. We'll see how this feels. Just 2 RE2s. It's obviously worse than Sona, though. But it's definitely... It should be a lot... It should be noticeably better than... Hold on. Should be noticeably better than Lulu. But at the end of the day, we want Sona. That's really what we're going for here. Alright, I should be good here. I'll just put the 2 Lulus, or the 2 Vexes, or I'll get there eventually. The two Ahris together so that they target this Amumu down as quickly as possible. If I kill the Ahri quickly, then I'm hoping that... or if I kill the Amumu quickly, then I kill his Sunder, or I kill his Shred ASAP. And that's good. Okay, there's a Lulu, or sorry, there's a Sona here. That's great. I really don't care for JG, of course, but that's alright. I might have just gotten weaker, by the way, but that's only if it's Sona 1. Damn, we didn't hit. Alright, let's go. I might be weaker now. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to be weaker. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, our 5 placements are over. And guess what? We got 5 first places. That's how broken this comp is. Of course, that's from a fresh account. And things are going to get only harder from here. But let's go ahead and see what our placements ended us at. So this is after 5 games, okay? We've only played 5 games of ranked on this account. Had to play 3 games of normals just to unlock ranked. And there you have it right there. 72 LP in gold 4. We get the nice little fancy animation here for getting into gold here. And we are gold 4, 72 LP. Let's continue the grind. Alright, so this is game number 14 of playing Ahri Sentinels. We've had pretty good results so far. Roughly 8 first places, maybe even 9 first places out of those 13 games, I believe. And we've only had one bot 4. That bot 4 was a game in which somebody else was playing Ahri Sentinels, and unfortunately was able to hit. We're going to go for 3-cost champion here because on 1-4, actually on 1-2 even, okay, this is the worst case scenario, but with 3-cost champion, you can actually make 10 gold on 1-3. And being able to make that gold early really helps set you up for the rest of the game, because it means you can guarantee make 20 gold on 2-2. Unfortunately, okay, so the same thing is true for item payout, but the difference here is that you need to have an item to slam, and most of the time we're not going to have an item that we can slam, because really, you do not want to slam anything that is not an Ahri item. So, the thing is, if we get armor here, we can actually slam it. Pretty awkward spot here, actually, in terms of what to do, in terms of what the play is. I definitely messed this up. I kind of want the Heartsteel Cassante, but at the same time, I kind of don't. I shouldn't have played Echo, though. I probably should have sold Echo here. For now, we'll buy this. What do we get? See, like, we can't, unfortunately, make this. So we're in an awkward spot where I can't even make gold here. I'm not going to be interacting with chat today, by the way, because I need to record for YouTube. But Christmas was good. Oh, we messed this up here. I could have made 10 here if I had realized what was going on there. Not making 10 there is kind of a big mistake, but it's alright. Okay, we got really unlucky here with our augments. This is going to be a bad game. Can already tell you right now this will be a bad game. Infusion's the best augment here in terms of like long-term how good it is, but it's not great. Yeah, we're not too happy about this. I think Infusion has slightly better stats here, and I think we're just going to make gold in this spot. So let me see if there's any open forders. Not seeing any, really. I need to be careful about slamming this onto Cassante here, because we really do not want to put ourselves in a position where we win. So, when you're playing Ahri Sentinels, the major goal is you want to make as much gold as possible at all points in the game. You really do not want to put yourself in a spot where you're going to be poor on 4-1, because the comp is really heavily contested. Like, for example, this guy might play it, given that he's level 4 with the Annie chosen. So your goal should be almost at all times to make as much gold as possible, so that you can 4-1 it instead of 4-2 it. If you're 4-2ing it with Ahri Sentinels, you're too slow. You're probably not going to get what you want. This is why econ augments are so strong. Now in this spot, for example, we're actually going to make 20. We'll buy the Lilia after the round starts. Let's have a look here. So I saw a couple of people who already had Rageblade slammed, for example, and that suggests that they may not play Ahri Sentinels. This guy for sure will play Ahri Sentinels, right? Very likely that he does, at least based on the fact that he has 3 out of 6 Ahri items right now. Now, we're not doing too bad on Ahri items ourselves right now. Pretty awkward spot here where we would love to make 30, but making 30 is pretty difficult to do. So we need to make sure nobody else is open fording. Doesn't look like anybody else is right now, so we should be okay on that front. We'll be picking up Lilia here. Again, I would love to make an item here, but I can't make any of these items. Like, the only one I could arguably make is Ionic Spark, but you really need to have exactly the perfect Ahri items. If you don't have exactly the perfect Ahri items, you're going 8th. So you can't use this rod until you know for sure that you're going to get another rod later on. You could take that chance, though, if you wanted to. You could take that chance. You could just say, okay, you know what? It's kind of whatever. We'll just slam the item now and call it a day. Because then I could make 30 here, which means I could make I'm going to be able to make 40 no matter what next turn, probably. On Carousel here, we're going for tier, bow, or belt. Tier would be ideal. I think we'll go for tier, given that there's no... Yeah, see, we would consider going for a bow or belt if it was on a 3 cost, but none of them were on 3 cost, so it's fine. It's a little awkward because... Actually, we should be fine. We should be able to make 40 this turn because even if we're a little short, we'll be able to make the blue buff here, and that should put us over 40. Alright, so again, we're going to go ahead and sell all these things. Let's make sure we buy or make the blue buff here just for the gold. And we'll sell the Lilia here to guarantee we make gold. Somebody just scouted us. We need to make sure that, for example, this guy's not going to open fort. He's got Heartsteel. It's very unlikely that he opened forts. Go ahead and sell the Lilia here. Now, one option for us here that's kind of interesting is we could lock this shop. Now, the argument for locking this shop is we guarantee that we hit 2-star Lilia, and we also guarantee that we get a headliner that can use Ahri items for stage 3. I actually don't mind that too much. Of course, it would mean we're double locking this shop because we're not going to buy anything from it next round either, which is kind of awkward. Actually, maybe because of that, it's not good enough. You know what? I'm going to listen to my intuition. My intuition is telling me to just lock it here. Might be wrong about this. The awkward part of this is that we're going to have to roll once on Krugs here. Or we have 2 options. Okay, I think what's better is actually to just buy after the round starts. And just lose 1 gold. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, we just buy after the round starts. It's perfectly okay. We're not going to lock again. It's too expensive to lock again. Of course, it's a little awkward here because we can't even make we can't even pre-level here, which I'd love to be able to do, but it's fine. So we're a little on the poor side because of this decision, but I think in the long term it'll pay off. I don't know. I don't know how strong this Katarina unit is, so that'll kind of be a major factor here in terms of whether this was worth it or not. But you do need something to kill units next stage. Plus, you need to be able to beat Krugs. What do we get? Okay, this is worst case scenario. We didn't get a lot of gold from Krugs. We didn't get, not only did we not get a lot of gold from Krugs, we also didn't get, what did we not get? We didn't get a lot of gold from Krugs, and we didn't get any of the items we wanted from Krugs, so we're definitely playing from behind here. We're poorer than I'd like to be. We're weaker than I'd like to be. So, on average, this is not a great spot. But we should still be relatively okay here. Go ahead and put the rod here. And we'll give Seth the Steadfast Heart. Again, I just want to kill units here. I probably win against this guy. This guy looks really weak. Yeah, this guy is super weak. This is again worst case scenario. We don't want to win this. And if we were fighting against like real boards, we definitely would not win this, but that's alright. I think support cash is probably the best augment here. We're going to go ahead and look that up. Support cash 3.89, crown guarded 3.85. Keeper is probably not that good. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, teaming up. Oh, teaming up and little buddies. These are both really good augments here. But Little Buddies is more consistent long-term. Teaming up is really what the strength behind this is if you spike Ahri here, you win the game. If you spike Blitzcrank here, you're really in a good spot. But I'm going to take Little Buddies here because I think the stats are a little inflated on that augment. It's really pretty much saying only if you're able to hit either Ahri or Blitzcrank does it benefit you in any meaningful way. That isn't to say it's not good without those things, though. But there's a lot more, what I would call variance with that, and Little Buddies is guaranteed to be very strong later on in the game. In fact, Little Buddies is the strongest combat augment for this composition. So, see, this is kind of what I expected to see a little bit more of, is, well, okay, this guy is level 7, and he should not be level 7. He went level 7 with Last Stand, 3's, like, I don't understand what this guy's doing. Oh, he's 40 gold. See, this guy won the game. This guy won the game. This guy already won the game. He can actually go ahead and just say he won the game. Straight up. Nobody's beating this guy. See, the fact that I won this round cost me the game. This is a huge loss. I could not afford to, or I could not afford to win this. Because now we're going to be too poor to 4-1 this. We're barely on pace to make enough gold to 4-1 it if we wanted to. I really do not want to 4-1 it with the amount of gold I have right now. Also, we're in a really awkward spot where we don't really have many Ahri items here, so we can't even afford to take Ahri off of Carousel if it doesn't have a good item. So again, we're definitely playing from behind in this particular game. On average, I would say this is like I don't know, bottom 30% of games. If you're gonna open with a 5 loss, this is probably the worst 5 loss I've had yet. Because we won on 3-1, and we're not strong enough to really win that much outside of 3-1. Hoping we at least kill this Caitlyn. Okay, good. See, if I lost this, the game would actually be good right now. Because we'd be really rich. We'd be up... How much gold here would we be up? It'd be a lot. We'd be up a lot of gold right now. No Ahri on Carousel, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Probably going to take bow here just because it's the hardest component to get. Actually, if I'm this poor... Nah, I should take the bow. I should take the bow. So the reasoning for taking the bow here is that you can actually use multiple bows. You can't use multiple swords. Now, the argument for not taking bow here is that now I can't make an item for Katarina, which is pretty awkward. It means we're just going to lose this entire stage probably. And we're going to be like 30 or 20 HP. Which, basically, like I said, means that we're probably not going to do that well this game. Like, I would say the minimum for 4-1ing it is level 740 gold, but you really want to be at least level 750 gold at this point. So we're about 10 gold behind where I want to be, which is completely explained by this win right here. It is what it is. It happens, though. Not much we can do about it. Also, we haven't been able to slam items while other people have been slamming items, so they're getting more gold than me from that. That's also a major factor here. You can see this guy here is looking to play Ahri Sentinels. So really what it's going to come down to is, number one, do we want to go on 4-2 or 4-1? I always want to go on 4-1. Let's make that clear, right? The strength of going on 4-1 is that most people don't have the resources to go on 4-1. And so if you're able to go on 4-1 when they can't, you're able to hit Ahri and all the Sentinels you need to hit very early on. That's the benefit of going on 4-1. The downside of going on 4-1 is that you have to spend an additional 4 gold just to level, and you lose out on 5 gold worth of interest. So you're down about 9 gold. This is why you need to be level 750 here, most games, if you can help it. That's why econ augments are so strong. That's why econ portals are good. But unfortunately in this spot, like I said, we're behind on econ. Let's see if there's anybody else that's looking to play the same composition. Right now, this guy is going to be playing it as well. This guy... So this is the guy I just fought, right? He's level 750. This guy's rich enough. This guy is in fact rich enough to 4-1 it. And he's 85 HP. And he has good augments. Yeah, he's definitely going to get it before I do. Same thing with this guy. This guy's also probably looking to play it. So winning this one round basically cost us the game. But I had to play the Katarina. I had no choice. I had to play it. If I don't play it, I'm not able to kill any units at all. If I don't kill any units this stage, then you go 8th. So this is unfortunate. This is just going to be an 8th. But we have to 4-1 it. So here's hoping. Here's hoping. So the 2 Sentinels that we're missing are Echo and Blitzcrank. We have the 2 1 cost, which is good, because usually the 1 cost are pretty hard to find. Finding Ahri this early is great. This is probably close to enough. We're pretty close to there. We need just 1. Don't make that. It's a waste of gold. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Alright, so the awkward part here about this spot, we're pretty good right now. Like, this spot is not bad. This is actually pretty close to above average, but this is the first game I haven't had every item that I wanted on Ahri at this stage of the game, if I open forted. So, we're definitely behind. It may seem strange, but I still don't think you make Seraphine. I think Seraphine 2 literally does nothing. It is a complete waste of gold. At least this early on in the game. Right, I'm pretty sure it's just Inspiring Epitaph, but we'll go ahead and look. Raise the tempo. Stationary support. Yeah. There we go. Alright. So again, we're not looking too bad here. We're missing Echo, which sucks. And I think with little buddies, you're actually supposed to play... I actually think you're supposed to play this Cassante over Mordekaiser. And then you just replace the Mordekaiser with Echo. Now, the good thing is we have 3 combat augments, which is great. And we're first pick, so it should be likely that we get a sword here, especially because there was 2 swords on the last carousel. Like, this guy has 3 swords. He's not going to want a sword. This guy, however, is going to want a sword, or a bow. So a little nervous that this guy might end up being first pick with me and gets a sword. But it is what it is. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. The other issue that we have right now is that, well, really the main issue we have is we just don't have items slammed. Right? We have 3 components sitting on our bench here because we're greeting for Gunblade. And Glove is the worst component that you can get in this comp. Really, there's only 2 ways to kill Glove. That's either TG or... Oh, nice. We're super happy to see this. And this is why you don't make Seraphine 2. because by not making Seraphine 2, we're now able to make 30 here, which is a pretty big deal. Definitely better to make 30 in this spot than it is to have a Seraphine 2 on my board. So yeah, we're just going to greed for this Gunblade. This guy is... Yeah, see, unfortunately, this guy lost. And that's pretty rough for us, because it means that... Because this guy lost, this guy probably wants a sword. So... Yeah, this guy's going to want a sword over bow. So we just have to hope we're on the right side. If we are not on the right side, we're going to go for a Rod instead. Because Rod allows us to slam Ionic Spark onto the Blitzcrank while keeping a Rod open for Gunblade on Ahri. Now, the one thing about this game that's really good is, like I said, we have really good combat augments. These are some of the best combat augments you can get for this comp. Little Buddies is by far the strongest combat augment you can get. Also, this guy was not first pick, which is great. So again, we're taking Sword at all cost here. We need to finish that Ahri item. Most important thing we can do here. This is a big spike, because Ahri does heal your front line a ton throughout the course of the fight. It's too bad it's on a 2 cost, but we can't afford to go for 4 cost Rod here. Now, the way we want to finish off our items is we're looking to get either TG or Steadfast for this glove, a Rod for this cloak so that we can make Ionic Spark, and then we need to think about anti-heal somewhere in the comp as well. Okay, we're going to actually play Echo here over the Mordekaiser, just because he's a Spellweaver. Alright, so this guy, MF3, I think it should be okay. Does he have any Sunder? He does, but it's in front, it's a Yorick that's right in front of my... Yeah, see, we're going to kill this Yorick instantly, and then he's not going to have Sunder. So the second this Yorick dies, it didn't even get 2 cast off. This MF does, like, no damage. Or I'm not going to say it does no damage, but it certainly isn't doing as much damage as my team is doing, right? This is something you need to be mindful of, by the way, when you're positioning Ahri. Like, yes, you want to keep her on the KDA hexes, but it's also really important to make sure that she's always in front of people's carries. We'll hold on to the Seraphine pair since it's not costing us anything here. Okay, here it doesn't really matter that much. So this guy is starting to feel the impact of not having combat augments. He is strong because he has Ahri. He's holding on to 4 Ahris, which is pretty scary for me in particular. This guy also has an Ahri on his board, so that means this guy, between these two guys, there's 5 Ahris out of the pool. I have 2 more of them. That means there's 7 Ahris out of the pool. We're probably just going to push. Okay, we're probably just going to push. Plus, this guy wants Ahri as well. But this is, again, part of why we 4-1 it here. Because if we had 4-2'd it, it would have been too late. We wouldn't have been able to find anything. You can see here that Jhin, not quite an acceptable substitute. Also, this guy's playing 2 Jhins, which is like the worst thing you can do. Alright, so we have a couple of options here. The big thing we're looking for is Lulu, or sorry, not Lulu, sorry, Annie or Sona to level up and add to our comp right here. That would give us 5 Spellweaver. We're not really looking to roll for RE2, given that we're in a spot right now that there's 7 Ahris out of the pool. The odds we hit this RE2 on 8 are pretty minimal. I don't really want to put myself in a spot where I have to roll a ton of gold to hit it. Okay, Declaw is great. So, unfortunately, in this game, we have 2 options. I should definitely consider red buff here. This is happening no matter what. I can either build full tank on Blitz, or I can go red buff. I think red buff is a little better. Wow, we actually hit it. That's lucky. That's really, 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 really lucky. So we went from having a low variance game to now a high variance. Or whatever, you know what I mean. Low roll to high roll. Okay, Evelyn 3 has literally no chance against this. Like, I can't think of a unit that has less of a chance against an Ahri comp. Now, the only thing we're missing here is Shred. So if there's an Ionic Spark or Shiv on Carousel, that's pretty high priority here. Okay, we push here. I think we can afford to roll one time here for Annie or Sona. Okay, that's enough. Again, Seraphine is a waste of gold. Although, so is Mordekaiser in this spot. Although, I would probably... Yeah, Mordekaiser's kind of a waste of gold as well. Because the thing is that long-term here, I actually think you don't want to play 5 Spellweaver. I actually think you want to play... I think you actually want to play, Kiana 2. I think Kiana 2 is like the real spike or the real cap for this comp. This guy's playing Superfan Zed. Pretty unique line. Yeah, the reason we're so strong right now is, number one, we hit our upgrades. That's always very impactful, of course. But the other reason we're so strong is, I obviously could have held on to Mordekaiser there. I probably should have, honestly. Because he is stronger up until I'm able to find 5 Spellweaver. But eventually, again, I'm probably just going to... Eventually, I'm just going to want to play Kiana in this spot, I think, over 5 Spellweaver. And then Sona over this. I mean, in this spot... Are we fighting Ghost? I didn't even really pay attention. Regardless, this is a worse version of Ahri, right? It's noticeably worse playing the KDA version. But this is a Ghost anyway. Now, this guy will be strong eventually once he hits Last Stand. Like, we have to realize something here. Okay, I need to deny a KDA spat from this guy. I'm just gonna ping it. Okay, good. Good. There's something really good on this carousel for us. That's great. That is, I think, singularly the best item we could have gotten on this carousel. Now, Rageblade would have been nice too, because the way you cap this comp was with Sona too. But finishing off Blitzcrank items and getting Shred is very, very good. And I think we just make 50 here, actually. So I think what the long-term goal here is, I think we're strong enough to just go 10 at this point. We have most of the upgrades. We don't have Echo and we don't have Mordekaiser, but that's fine. Mordekaiser really is irrelevant because I don't plan on playing him long-term. What we're really looking to do here is we're looking to level to 10, and we're going to play, I think, 5 Spellweaver with... Wow, this guy fought me twice this stage. I'm sorry for this guy. I also am kind of upset that this guy hasn't fought me yet. This guy not fighting me, like, he's fighting all these fake boards that, like, this guy literally is just dodging. You have no idea how lucky it is for this guy to not fight me. Because he's preserving a ton of HP. How much gold does he have? So hard to tell on this board, but it looks like he has 0 gold. Nothing's lit up here from what I can tell. This board, like, I almost feel like this board is cheating. It's actually really hard to tell how much gold somebody has. That's alright. Alright, well, at least we're guaranteed to fight this guy now. We fought his ghost, is the reason why he got to dodge fighting me. But now he's fighting my real. And I don't think it's going to be close. I should probably move to here. The reason I'm moving to here is I kind of want his Ahri to get stuck on this for a long time. Because I actually don't want him to kill units here. I actually want to do as much damage to him as possible. And I think with Declaw plus Ionic, this Blitzcrank should be able to tank a while. Okay, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't kill the Blitzcrank, but that's alright. I didn't beat him by as many units as I would hope. Okay, he has 0 gold. Like, he's kind of throwing the game. See, this is an example of, like, what is this guy doing? Why is this guy 0 gold? He has Last Stand over 60 HP. he has the resources to go 10, and he didn't go 10 this game, right? The only downside, and the other thing is, he needs the cap super high, because he took Three's Company, and Three's Company, of course, not a combat augment, so it's not very strong. We'll probably level and sit next turn. So we have two options here. Option A is we start itemizing a second tank. That's pretty lucrative except for the fact that we don't have an upgraded tank. The second option is we start building Sona items here. It's a little awkward though because... you know what? We'll probably just go GS here. Oh, we can go Vow. Oh, here. Okay, here's what we're doing. We put Vow on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's eventually leaving the comp. Vow's gonna go on to Kiana. It's one of her best items. This guy's really strong, by the way. I'm not sure I beat this. True damage, Caitlyn. Now, okay, this Caitlyn has no damage, though. He built it with, like, worse than slot items. That's, like, our saving grace here. And even with that saving grace, it's not enough. This guy is really strong. So this puts us in a spot where we have to level and roll next turn, unfortunately. I really don't want Ziggs too. Okay, we're getting kind of unlucky here to not find... Okay, we finally found Sona. I'd like Kiana as well. This is unfortunate. So we may actually not get this that strong this game. Because the cap of this comp is you need to have itemized... You want to have itemized Sona and itemized Kiana, and I don't have either of those things right now. Also, this guy's one off of Akali 3, I just realized that. Well, I should have been picking up Akali's. That's a big mistake on my behalf. This is the second time I'm gonna get scammed here by this happening. Okay, good. We got this. I mean, I think I'm just dead here. No matter what I do. Okay, I'm moving my Ahri over here because I kind of want to kill his, I want to kill his redemption here. That's unfortunate. Kiana kind of messed things up here. Doesn't matter because I'm fighting Ghost, though. Okay, this guy not going to proc Last Stand yet, probably. We need to make sure if there's an Akali on Carousel, we deny it because we're fighting him next. Actually, we might fight the other guy first. What do we got? No Akali on Carousel. We're going for Kiana too with IE. No, really? That's rough. I'm just going to take the gold here, I guess. Why did he take this? Is it Kiana 2 for him as well? Okay, good. We got Kiana 2 anyway. I mean, Kiana 2 is a big spike. We are a lot stronger than we were before. Like, a lot stronger than we were before. Like, infinitely stronger than we were before. So we're gonna have to kill these stupid dummies first. But I'm hoping eventually I kill this Blitz. Or this, I need to kill the Redemption. Alright, well, we just farmed a ton of items off of his Mordekaiser. Surely that's enough. Okay, very good. This is why you play Kiana, by the way. Alright. Are we gonna get scammed by a Kali? That's the big question. We might. Okay, he had to give up on it. He had to give up on it. He had to give up on it. We're good. Sucks that I can't buy this, but it is what it is. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm moving this over. You might be wondering, why am I moving that over? Because if he decide... Okay, he didn't even move. He like, if he moved this Kiana, he rolled best in slot, too. And he's now on my Kiana. Okay, now I'm on his Kiana. No, I'm not on his Kiana. How am I not on his Kiana? Okay, I should be okay. That was scary, though. That's actually scary. GG's. There you have it. That's game number 14. I think that's the 10th first place. Not too bad. Again, we win this because of our combat augments. Our combat augments are completely illegal. Little Buddies is just too good. That's why we went for it there. Not quite Plat 2, but we'll take it. Alright, Ahri Sentinels, game number 34. We've been having a pretty rough time, if I'm being completely honest, over the last couple of games. Open fording has not been working as well. We've been a lot more contested. We've not been hitting the board that we need to hit early enough. We've been losing a lot of HP. So we'll see if things turn around here. But so far, honestly, the results have not been so good once we hit Emerald. And again, I don't know if that's because we're in Smurf queue or if it's because people in Emerald are a lot better at the game. Or maybe some combination thereof. But so far, things have not been so good since we've hit Emerald. We went from easily securing first place every single game to now we're getting people contesting open fording. We're usually not strong enough in stage 3 to save enough HP. Typically what actually happens in stage 3 is we're saving enough HP for... We're saving enough HP against... Or we're winning against like one person, which is causing issues. We don't want to win against anybody. Alright, here we can actually make 10. We'll go ahead and put the belt here on Olaf. You don't even need the belt on Olaf right now for him to win this round, but it's fine. We'll do it anyway. So we're only able to make 10 here because we get 3 champions here. The +2 gold allows you to make 10, which is great. And next turn we'll be able to play 3 champions in total. You know, I still haven't gotten a gold opener yet, which is kind of disappointing. We'll buy the Aphelios here. We're not going to buy anything else. I guess we'll buy the Jinx after the round starts. I don't think it's possible to get drop 9 gold worth of units, but it is what it is. But holding on to this Aphelios in case we get specifically Heartsteel Cassante. Rich get richer. I think we're going to go for that in this spot. And we just make 40 here. That's pretty lucky. Or 30, rather. I'm down to make 30. Alright. But we might have to deal with some open fording. We'll see what happens. $30 gold on 2-1 without a gold opener is very solid. This guy has Misfortune too. He's got a good old Misfortune too. That's pretty cool. Alright, well the problem here is I don't think we're going to end up making enough gold here. We're not going to have 40 gold here, which is okay. Let me have a look here at what other people are doing. So there's multiple people who took Three's company and got full upgrades, which is pretty crazy. That's unusual. That doesn't typically happen, to be completely honest with you. I bought these units because there was a Kennen 1 that I actually could have killed if I fought the guy. But I didn't. Unlucky. Alright. So we're up to 40 gold now. Pretty solid. I don't know. This guy already has Annie 3. This is a high roll lobby. We're probably going bot 4. I think almost everybody has hit everything that they wanted to hit. Like, there's an Annie 3. This guy has Jax with Combat Caster and Glove. There's 2 people that have upgraded 3 cost. This is like one of the most high roll lobbies that I've seen so far. Although not as scary as the lobby where 2 Ahris were out of the pool on 2-5. Or on 2-6 rather. I think that game was a little bit scarier than this one. But still, this one is we're not feeling very happy right now. Looking for tier here more than anything. Oh, look at that. There's a spatula on carousel that I can't take. There's no way this guy didn't take spatula. How do you not... Wait, this guy didn't take spatula. See, like... Okay, maybe I am playing an Emerald. He already has the true damage spat. He has clear mind, so he's guaranteed to be able to find Ezreal or Caitlyn. He has tier as well, right? Yeah, he already, like, I don't know what he's doing. He's throwing the game. Unironically, he's throwing the game. Why would you not take spatula there? There's no reason. I will tell you right now, there's no logical reason to not take spatula there. Other than a lack of familiarity with the line. Also, I should be on the other side so that maybe I can kill the Kennen. Unlucky. Okay, this guy won the round. I think we're just gonna hold on to units here. And pre-level. Wow, he let this guy get spatula, which is pretty scary. That guy's not gonna open fort. So we're good to go. We're guaranteed to get our lose streak, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we'll just pre-level here. Although, oh, maybe I'm supposed to hold on to Yone over pre-level. It's close. It's really close. I'm probably supposed to hold on to Yone. Okay, very good. I could actually see Bard being pretty good here as a unit to cold or carry. I should have maybe bought him now. That's alright though. Okay, Gunblaze, great. What do we get? What do we get? Tome, blue buff. I think Bard's good enough. We have no tank items here, which is a little concerning, but we do have all the Ahri items. Oh, I don't want to win this, by the way. This is what keeps happening to me every game. Wait, do I win this? I do, man. Of course I do. I don't want to win this. I really don't want to win this. This keeps happening to me every game. This is the problem. Is I go into stage 3, I win one round against some guy who is questionably weak. Like, he has Yasuo 3 on bench, by the way. And then now I put myself in a spot where... Hold on real quick. Let's stop bitching for 1 second. Unlucky. Really unlucky, actually. No, I really want to get Spellweaver as an option. And I guess I don't really care that much about this. I mean, I do kind of care about the Zac. There is a world where I want the Zac for mid-game. I need to win these rounds. Okay, very good. Okay, we actually, us winning these rounds is really, really solid here. We're pretty happy about that. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 10 traits here. Oh, I want true damage in too, don't I? I do want true damage in. By taking this out, I give up on only one thing, which is KDA. Or no, sorry, Superfan, which I don't care about. Yeah, I want true damage as an option. I just want true damage as an option here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jax might kill everything. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Classic Jax. Just Jax doing Jax things. This guy has Combat Caster into Crash Test Dummies. He won the game. Oh, I'm taking Ahri here. For once, we can take Ahri off of Carousel. And it feels so good. It feels so, so good. Alright, we want Sentinel or Spellweaver here. Which one's better, you ask? Good question. I think Sentinel is. Okay, we didn't get either. But that's alright. Alright. I think 5 KDA is probably better here. I just fought the strongest guy in the lobby. Great. I mean, at least we're level 7, or we're level 770 on 3-5. It's definitely one of the richer games I've ever had. Oh, I don't have this in? Sure. For now, this is probably my strongest board. I don't even know how I managed to get this board, but sure. 7 KDA, stage 3. This guy has little buddies. I don't like seeing that. And he has an Ahri already. And a Blitz already. How do these guys get these units on 6, by the way? How does this happen every game? How are they getting it on 6? On level 6, by the way. Level 6. What's going on there? This has happened, like, I think 3 games or 4 games today, where people are just hitting Ahris and Blitzcranks on 6 without getting them off of Carousel. What am I supposed to do? It's definitely too early for that, but I'm a little sad to see it this early. Because obviously, this is something you'll take some percentage of the time. Okay, another sword's not great, but... Okay. I'm missing Blitzcrank, right? It's fine. Not actually sure I need Blitzcrank for now, if I'm being completely honest. Given that I found Kiana. Oh, nice. Almost didn't buy that. I think Magic Wand is really good here. It's either Magic Wand or Ascension. I think it's Magic Wand here. Okay. Little Garen 2. Don't mind if I do. So this game is a little different, where I think part of the game plan here is to maybe even go 7... Maybe play 4 Sentinel with 7 KDA or something. Is that even possible? I don't know. I have no idea if that's possible or not. Okay. Very good. Honestly... Oh, I don't have Lilia 2. I'm not going to sell. I could have made 10 here. And I was considering it until I realized I don't have Lilia 2 yet. Without Lilia 2, I don't think it's worth it. Well, here I actually will take Spatula on Carousel for KDA spat. Otherwise, I'm looking for Cloak for Ionic Spark, which would be ideal. Okay, very good. Hold on to Nico, I guess. Good, no Kiana on Carousel. We're happy to see that. Because that means nobody else is getting a Kiana. Because there's no way I get anything I want in this spot, right? If it's a 5 cost. Cloak is really good here. Okay, we just go Ionic Spark here. And we keep making gold. I think in this spot we're definitely supposed to make gold here. As in we're supposed to make 70. So are we gonna do that? Yeah, let's do that. We'll make 70 here. How many Blitzcrank? Let's do a Blitzcrank check. Alright, good. We're right in front of the Jacks. That's exactly where we want to be. We almost messed that up. Uh-oh. The Jacks went out of range, man. Because of the ZZ Rot. The ZZ Rot griefed me. Okay, we're fine. Very good. This game, are we making it? Are we making the Seraphine 2? Are we making the legendary Seraphine 2? -4 gold. -4 gold for this unit, by the way. But it's 5 KDA. Maybe she does something with 5 KDA. Fuck it. I mean, come on. Like, how bad can it be? I clearly need to reposition my Kiana because we are just not killing things that matter. Or we're not hitting units that matter with it. Oh wow, we actually got an item. Belt! That's one of the better ones we could have gotten too. Alright. I kind of want, like, GS as last item on Kiana here. Holy shit, dude. I'm just gonna be too rich. I'm actually too rich. I'm too rich. I'm too rich. No GS. No anything, really. Oh, we go red buff. Hey, listen, there's a reason we made Seraphine it so we can go red buff on her. Let's do it. Let's do it. Red buff Kiana. Or, sorry, Seraphine. You don't put it on Kiana. You greed for a better item on Kiana. I'm not in the best positioning here. That's alright, though. Yasuo kind of screwing himself as usual with, Well, I think... Yeah. What am I talking about? I don't lose to melee comps. This is an actual rich get richer game, huh? I can't. I'm never playing these units, man. I'm never playing these units. What do we get? Another bow? Start maybe getting some bow items for our Sona. We should move this up. I think if we block... So my goal here is to block the, if we can block the ZZ Rot spawn, that's ideal. Okay, well, he's Zephyring my Liliana, which doesn't matter. Oh, it spawned in front of the Mordekaiser. Okay. So I gotta figure out how to properly position that. I forget how you can, like, force it to spawn behind the front line. Oh shit, this guy's making a liar out of him. Oh, I was hoping that would be a bow. I really don't want to go Last Whisper, last item on Kiana. I feel like I can do better. Redemption is definitely good here. Honestly, so is Sunfire, but... Yeah, we just go Redemption. Or I think we just go Redemption here. How greedy do I want to get is the question. Okay, we're gonna move this over here and see if this does anything. Or maybe here. Here probably spawns it there. I'm just gonna level. I'm just gonna level. Where's the thing spawn? Where's the ZZ Rot spawn? I want it to spawn right behind. It spawned in front again. I think that might be a level diff. I don't know. I'm gonna say it is. How good is Guardbreaker on this Kiana unit? I like how I'm actually so far ahead that I can like just sit here and like, oh, is Guardbreaker good enough? Maybe I could greed for something better. I think Guardbreaker is probably fine. It's not the best with these particular items, but like, it's fine, man. Oh, I should have waited for the round to start. I could have greeted even more. Also, is this really my final board? Is this really my final form? I don't know that this is actually where I want to end up on. Alright, Sona's good. How many blitzes are out of the pool? Only 3. I mean, this game is going to put our theory crafting to the test in terms of what's the max cap here. Like, am I supposed to be playing around Alawi here? Okay. If I need to get stronger than this, I mean, obviously we can get Blitz too. But, like, I'm talking outside of that, like, the only way for me to feasibly get stronger is to drop 2 Sentinels here. Okay. What else did we farm? Well, I kind of wanted that IE. I guess the other way we can get stronger is something like this. Where we get replacement RE2 with a 5-cost headliner. I think it's drop Seraphine, man. I think I'm supposed to drop Seraphine and play a second Kiana too, if we can get it. And that means dropping... Oh, this is a Thresh 3. I'm dead. I didn't deny it. Dude, I'm never gonna get to win a game, am I? There is a way to win this. Exactly 1. Actually, is there any Kianas out of the pool? Okay, so there's 2 ways to win this game. Yeah, I don't really want to make GS Sona. It's pretty bad, but sure. This guy has too many units on his board, which is kind of causing some issues, but doesn't look like it's that much of a deal. Doesn't look like it matters that much. Alright. Our only way of winning this game is to go for 5 cost. 3 stars. Which this guy can deny. Possibly. Oh, I can't go for Yorick 3, so I shouldn't have even bothered with this. Should I do this now? Okay, we'll wait now. We can sack this one turn. Actually, he has no gold. We should probably roll now. Ah. GG's. All right. Very good. Holy shit. We actually hit it. Alright, holy shit, we actually hit it. That was cool. I can't believe we actually hit it. That's, I think, my first 5-cost 3-star of the set. I actually legitimately think that's my first 5-cost 3-star of the set. And I wouldn't have gotten to get it if it wasn't for this guy hitting 3-star Thresh. So I'll definitely take that one. Alright. We are voting for 3 champions here because we can make 10 gold on 1-3. If we get Olaf or Tom Kench or apparently Lilia, but I don't know how Lilia works. Haven't tried Lilia yet. Oh, great. All silver augments. Sure. Okay. All silver augments. I have never been less thrilled for a game of TFT, I think, in my life. All silver augments against people that are highly rated when I'm handicapped into playing one composition only. I think the one thing that would make this game feel better is if I got a gold opener for the first time in nearly 50 games. Maybe? It's been 50 games. 50 full games. That's a lot of games to not get a gold opener. Maybe this is the one. Let's be real, we know it's not the one, man. We know it's not the one. We already got 6 gold. And it's not a gold opener. Alas. Now that's interesting. We might be playing this game a little differently. Again. Where we are playing around... Okay, items are interesting. Vampirism is definitely the best thing I can get, I think. No, it's not. It's not the best thing. There's actually a lot of things that are better. Including Blistering Strikes, actually. According to the stats, Blistering Strikes is better, really? Okay. Okay, I think I'm slamming Shojin here. Sure. I think now we're in the elo where we have to try. We have to play the game. We don't get to just do whatever the heck we want and just, you know, open fort willy-nilly. If we have anything remotely close to like a decent spot, we should slam items. If it actually looks even remotely playable, we should definitely slam items. Okay. Nope, according to the stats, Blistering Strikes is in fact better than Vamp. For this exact comp. By a decent amount, too. Okay, we're not beating this. Especially if for some reason... How does that happen? How am I just on the wrong unit here? How am I on the Tom Kench? How am I on the Tom Kench? That's game losing, I think. That is game losing. Holy shit. We could level for KDA, which is interesting. I do want to level because of this guy. Okay. All right. I mean, we're down a ton of gold here. We're going to be really poor this game. And we're last pick here. Great. Alright. I mean, there's a spatula on carousel that's already -1 placement. there's a spatula on carousel. 07 1 placement, boys. That's at least -1. I'm not even joking. I'm actually not joking. That's actually straight up -1 placement. Feels bad, man. Still no rapid fire. Dude, what are we even gonna do? Because I might actually have to slam Sunfire here. In fact, it's looking like I will have to slam Sunfire. These guys all look too strong. I mean, okay, I did not need to slam Sunfire against this guy. I thought the Gunblade would be stronger than it was. We just slammed... now we have a Sunfire with fucking... what do you call it? I mean, it is what it is. I think we are losing the game now. We had to slam too many items that are suboptimal to win the game. I'm barely making 20 here. Okay, at least we guarantee our 20, our whatever, our 5 streak here. I don't think this is going to be a good game. Being down a full item is pretty rough. Now, well, actually, I don't wish I had Vampirism. Vampirism doesn't even do anything in this spot. In exactly this spot. Okay. I think I have to level and roll. No, I don't have to. I don't have to roll, but I do have to level. Oh, I'm playing normal TFT, man. I haven't played normal TFT in a long time, and it feels wrong after playing not normal TFT for like how many games in a row? I don't know. It's been a lot of games that we have not played normal TFT. Okay, that's huge. Well, at least the recombobulator came now. We can't take it, obviously. Partial Ascension, probably the best thing I can get. Senna 2 is huge. That helps a lot. That helps a ton, actually. Alright. Now, the only thing that's gonna suck about this game is, like, where are my Ahri items? I don't have them. But that's alright. We need a rapid fire unit for level 7, which we still haven't gotten. So this Senna is not that impressive. I mean, she's still very good, don't get me wrong, she's just not as impressive as she would be otherwise. I think I lose to this Jax player. I think he might be the only one I lose to, though. Oh, I don't like that I'm not getting any cleave value here. Okay. We're back into cleave range. Very good. Tier 1 cost. Actually, tier 2 cost. It's like mostly acceptable, I guess. Okay, the tier's gone, which means this guy is 100% playing Ahri. And the 1 cost rod is gone by 2 people. 2 people just contested a 1 cost rod, by the way. 2 people. That is... You know what we call that? We call that very, 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 very alarming. That sounds like a massive contest alert. Why did 2 people just contest that shit? Oh, this guy's playing TF. And this guy's playing Jax. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. My contest alarm was going off, but it's a false alarm. It's a false alarm. We're okay.
I'm dancing, happy.
Why am I over here with this? Oh yeah, because of the Jax. Oh, I didn't have to sell. I mean, it's fine. Alright, this guy's one of the not-so-scary ones. I think we're fine. I think we're guaranteed our streak. Like, surely we're guaranteed, right? I was gonna say. Alright, well, this guy's definitely playing Ahri, by the way. Definitely playing Ahri. Alright. We'll see what happens here. Gunblade. Sure. A little early for that, right? Yeah. This is where we lose the game, isn't it? This is where we win the game. This is where we fucking win the game, bro. I think we're okay. I don't think we need to roll, or I don't think we need to slam any more items right now. Who are we missing? As usual, Echo. Wait, isn't Pandora's actually fine here? Eh. I want something that makes me stronger right now. Okay, do I need to position for Akali's? I see an Akali, but it's true damage Akali, whatever. Whatever, I'm just gonna bow this. It's fine. Fucking Lucian. This unit is so bad, it's actually unbelievable. Holy shit, this Lucian unit is terrible. This Lucian unit is absolute dog shit. It's actually so sad. It's so sad to watch this Lucian guy try his best every game. Now, as usual, we're in Echo jail. We don't have Echo. And it's the only thing I need, because if I got Echo, I would have 5, I would have 5 whatever, which would be great, but we don't have it. Which is fine, I guess. So we want Bo more than anything. Also, this is a counter matchup, but he doesn't have... It is a counter matchup, but it might be okay, because we... Nah, it's not going to be okay. It's still just a hard counter. Yeah, TF is just a hard counter for this comp. I don't think I've ever beaten TF if they are even remotely in the same ballpark of strength as I am. And it's not even close once they get Alawi. Ah, was really hoping to get that one cost. Oh, Kiana usually quite good, but in this spot, a little awkward, honestly. You have to buy her, though. You have to buy her. You can't not buy her. But it means I lose a lot of gold. I lose a lot of gold if I buy her. Unless I want to sell these pairs. Which I don't want to, by the way. Also, I'm pretty sure it's just redemption here. It's fine. Wait, it's not fine. I just used my Nashor's component. We're going 8th. That was a big mistake. It is in fact not fine, I say. Can't believe I just passed up on Kiana. This was a huge mistake, this item slam here. I'm gonna really regret this. Like, really regret this. Unless I get a full Nashers, then I won't regret it at all. But if I don't get a full Nashers, I'm gonna be a really sad person here. I'm going to be very sad when inevitably I don't get a full Nashers here. And my Ahri is just stuck with 2 items because I'm stupid and didn't and slammed this redemption. Why would I slam this redemption? That was like that was a huge mistake. Actually like a colossal level mistake. That's actually so bad. TGE. I mean I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. I mean, how bad is how bad is adaptive? It has to be terrible, right? It has to be terrible. I'm gonna trust that it's terrible. This is why Alawi is such a hard counter to this comp. Like, it's actually such a hard counter. Alright. You know, at some point I'm gonna hit a, what do you call it? An Echo, right? At some point I'll hit it. Why am I not on the Lulu Square with, that's a big mistake. I mean, at least we're on the Jax now. You know what's funny is that it actually kind of worked out this game to slam what I slammed. Because as it turned out, I wouldn't have gotten Nashers anyway. Also, we're 82 HP. Imagine these items on Kiana. That would be nice. Okay, this Blitz guy, or sorry, this TF guy is going to roll me. This guy is going to roll me. This guy actually wins the lobby. He has 7. Just gonna ping that, just to make it clear. Okay. It's really just down to whether Akali can kill us, right? I don't think she can. Oh, she can. I didn't think she could. Honestly, Blitz has me, doesn't he? He does. Good job. Alright. Good job, Blitzy boy. Oh! 1 cost. It's on a 1 cost. It's on a 1 cost. Surely nobody wants it, bro. It's on a 1 cost. It's on a 1 cost. It's actually on a 1 cost, bro. And people took the useless spats that nobody's gonna want. Holy shit. Wow, that's actually the best item I could have gotten on Carousel. Literally the best one. Of course, it goes off to Africa because it's on Olaf. There it goes. There it is, rather. This unit does not matter. Nah, you don't move adaptive to Sona. This Lulu 2 is a beast. Not surprised I'm losing this. As usual, we have a tough time beating TF. That's alright, somebody else is gonna beat this guy. That said, I think I actually do sell it now. It's because I already have Lulu pair and it's the only way I can make 40. And I lost my streak already. This is potentially better. For now. It won't be for long, but for now it's better. We need, we still don't have Echo this game. We're so far off of our cap. This guy won the game, by the way. I don't think we're ever going to be able to beat this guy. No matter what we do. No matter how hard we try. Unless we hit Alawi 2 exactly, and Blitz 2, and like everything else too. This guy is completely unbeatable otherwise. Wait. Wait. That looked actually kind of beatable. Also, I don't need more Garens. Caitlyn and Shop. Is the TF guy dead? He is. I don't think we're playing Lulu this game, right? We're just gonna play Seraphine the whole time. Shield Sona is terrible. I don't like it at all. I have never lost to somebody who played Shield Sona whenever I play the mirror match.
Hear my song and dance in the moonlight.
I don't think that matters, but sure. I see that. I do see it. I see it, by the way. I know it's there. Honestly, dude. We'll get there eventually. Don't need this. Oh, the... Sorry, I'm spending so much time thinking about what I'm supposed to do. We're almost there. We almost figured it out. We'll be there soon enough. Like, there's the first step. Towards greatness. I mean, the real thing we need is Blitz. We absolutely need Blitz. Okay, this guy intelligently swaps sides, and I'm not even gonna get one cast off. I'm gonna have a tough time beating this. I'm gonna have a really tough time beating this, and he's going level 9. I need all of these upgrades, and I still might struggle, and it's on the wrong side. It's fine, I can get TG instead. I mean, it's not okay, man. How does he just get that on his side? How does he just get that on his side? Like, alright, sure. Nice. Also, how do I just not have any of the upgrades I need? I was hoping that, it's not even close, man. I'm never gonna make it, like, I can't beat this. This is not possible. It's not possible, man. It's actually not possible. I can't beat this comp. Like, he hit Exodia. He literally has best in slot augments. It's not possible. I actually can't beat it, no matter what I do. I don't know how I'm supposed to beat it, is the problem. I have no idea how to beat this. Literally no idea. It actually seems impossible. Other than, like, trying to get... Like, this helps, killing the Viego right away. It doesn't matter, though. Okay, this is literally best case scenario, by the way. Okay, very good. This should have been over here, by the way. I need Kiana too, man. I absolutely need Kiana too. And I need like a Warmogs on this guy. On this Alawi. And I can only make 19 gold this turn. It's rough. You gotta give me the Kiana, man. You gotta give it to me, man. No Kiana? Okay. I honestly think Alawi is more annoying. I didn't high roll the items. We need to follow his Viego. He didn't move his Viego. He didn't move the Viego. He did not move his Viego. Viego's the only thing without QSS. That's why we go on Viego here. Is he dead? Holy shit, he's dead. Wow, we actually went first here. Very good. I should get a lot of LP for that. Come on. I should get a ton of LP for that. This was a challenger lobby. Sort of. There was one challenger player and he went 7th. But still, I should get a lot of LP for that. Diamond 3, but it won't tell me how much LP I got. Let's have a look. I don't know what I was at before. But we're at Diamond 3 28 now. Not bad. Alright, here we are for game number 63. We've gone 7th into 8th, so we went from being 71 LP in D1 to 0 LP. So we're pretty tilted right now at the start of this game. We're voting for component anvils as usual to try to guarantee our RE items. 3 champions is completely acceptable as well though, so we're pretty happy with anything here. We end up winning this, that's good. The other thing again with these component anvils is that it does make it slightly more likely that I'll be able to hit what I want, or I'll be able to hit the belt before 1-4. And even though it's crit RNG on Olaf, it's fine. I still think it's correct to do. Okay, we do have an Olaf. Now the only thing I don't like about this is I don't like having to slam belt, or I don't like having to take belt from one of these anvils before I see what else I get. Now the one thing I will say is that the comp is pretty good. The comp is pretty good with multiple belts, but you really do want your RE items as soon as possible. I still think it's worth popping these anvils, though, to get a belt early. Even though there is a chance that I lose the neutrals here. Wow, we didn't get it, huh? Unlucky. So we can't even... You know what sucks is that I actually want to open fort this game pretty badly. These are some of the worst opening shops I've seen. And if you're going to open fort, you really want to make 10 here, so you can make 20 on 1-2, or 2-2 rather. So really unfortunate here to not get a belt. Items are really bad too. Or they're not great, is what I should say. Do we really have to take bulk here? How bad is bulk on 2-1? It's pretty bad. It's really bad. It's actually really bad. But like... It's good later on. Okay, I'd actually rather take that, to be honest. We're just gonna open for it. Sucks that we can't get bulk later on, but it is what it is. Hopefully I fight the 2-unit player. I did. Make 10 here. Now we can't make 20 next turn, which is really rough. I didn't really scout to see if these guys were open forting or not. I don't think they are. But this guy... Nah, this guy's not going to open fort. He's going to play shopping spree into country. Which is fine by me. Uh-oh. I played 4 units. I did not mean to play 4 units. I did not mean to play 4 units. I did not mean to play 4 units. Surely Urgot's really good here, though. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. I only killed 1 unit anyway. Even with playing 4 units, I only killed 1. Perfect. I was so worried for nothing. I was worried for nothing. I was kind of hoping the Garen would be on the same unit as the Corki, but that did not happen. Doesn't matter anyway. Tear Echo is pretty good. Bow is also very good here for Nashers. But now at least we have 2 full items for Ahri. What did this guy take? Did this guy... What did this guy take? Oh, he did take a sword, I was gonna say. Oh, imagine that was Heartsteel. I'd be very happy if that was Heartsteel. But it's not. I should have kept the Kaisa, honestly. It's a little too valuable. But it's fine. Maybe we get Headliner Kaisa instead. I mean, killing 1 unit here is pretty good. This guy can play a much weaker board than me if he wants. I gotta be really careful here. Yeah, I thought he was gonna... I thought he was gonna do that, and he did do it. 70 HP, 5 loss. Pretty good. Pretty good setup here, overall. I mean, I should win this without having to slam anything, right? The only reason I wouldn't slam here, by the way, is if I got, like, an Akali. That's literally it. Okay, another tier is okay. It's, like, acceptable. Not great, but it's acceptable. Okay, we'll pre-level for next turn. How much gold is it to... 26... $16 gold. I have 16 gold on my bench, or I have 6 gold on my bench. I can actually pre-level. Well, I can pre-level here without, it's actually fine. I can pre-level here, which is, I actually think is acceptable. Shock treatment is not bad. Could've went, you have my bow, but I don't know about that. Okay, shouldn't I, alright. Very good. I mean, I used a lot of gold to get this board, though. I'm not too happy about that, but it's alright. How much damage is Lucian doing? Enough that I should probably play him over 3... whatever. Over 3, 3 Spellweaver. Oh, isn't this better? No, it's not. It's not better, actually. Because I don't have an item for... Well, I do have an item for Echo if I really want it. Okay, very good. Oh, I need that bow or belt. Bow or belt here. I'm not getting... I might actually get the bow. Wait, the fact this guy also wanted bow or belt? Okay, we're fine. How much damage does Senna do? Kind of a lot, but honestly I think this is fine. Just getting the CC in there. But we could do this instead and then just... Let's just do it. Playing like I have, like I took bulk anyway, even though I didn't, obviously. I'm surprised this is this close. How does Corki do that much damage? I know I'm clumped up and everything, but like really, how does he do that much damage? I mean, I bet it's 28 gold to level. I should level here. Okay, nice. We got the 5 streak this stage. What am I missing? Lilia? Maybe belts. I don't know if I should have passed up on that. I probably shouldn't have.
About the human snores.
I want to level up next turn. That's why I'm kind of like being really cautious about how much gold I spend here, because I'm actually just going to level up next turn, I think.
My fans are everything.
52 gold to level. I mean, if I level here... and get to play... Why did I put I... Oh, that's fine. It's actually fine to have double. Don't I just win the game if I level here? As expensive as it is. Alright, we killed the Zed, the only unit that does damage on his team. This should be a pretty clean game, honestly. Because now we need to push to... We should TG somebody because we actually have the remover as well. There's no reason not to. It's probably just Declaw, or it's probably just TG here. And then eventually... We're going to move that TG over to Kiana when we go level 10, because we will be going level 10 this game. And what's the max cap for this comp? I feel like the max cap is playing 4 Sentinel with a Lowy 2, Sona 2. We'll figure it out eventually. Now, we don't have any anti-heal, which is definitely noticeable here. I mean, Beppo has, he has little buddies here, which is really good. But we're level 10, or level 9. Belt's on a 2 cost, there's a good chance we get it. Very good. So we finished up our Ahri items here. Now we just need to push level 10, get this TG onto a Kiana, drop out of the garbage. Sona's great. All right, so what's the long-term game plan here, right? We're gonna... I think we want to keep 5 Spellweaver the whole time. And I think we want to keep... I think we want to get as many 5 cost onto the board as possible. So... let's say we get rid of this guy, Mordekaiser, and Cassante for Alawi plus Kiana. Who's my level 10 then, if I do that? It honestly could just be a second Kiana. I don't think it's Kayn. I think Kayn is really meh. But if I get items for him, maybe if I get another TG. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't think it's Kayn. Especially because the front line's going to be clogged up so bad. Maybe I should be holding on to that. Because once I get Alawi on this board, my front line is going to be super clogged. 52 gold to go to level 10 here. Is there any 3 stars we can go for? Probably not, if I had to guess. What's the most uncontested 4 cost in this lobby? Probably Zac. It's always Zac. Maybe we could go for Zac 3 star. Well, I need you to ult. Okay, good. Okay, very good. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be playing Lulu in this comp at any point. Now, we could play Mordekaiser over Garen here, but we already have Garen pair. That was good. I actually don't sell the pairs here. I don't sell the Yalawi pair, or the Lilia pair, or the Garen pair. These upgrades actually mean something. 2 options here, Red Buff or Rageblade. I don't have anti-heal. But the thing is, I don't know if Red Buff works that well with attack speed Sona. I actually don't, unfortunately, know how well that works. Ah, whatever. I'm just gonna go Rageblade. I'm gonna go with the safer option. Wow, I'm glad I didn't sell either pair. It does mean that we need anti-heal at some point, though. So, perfect interval is in 2 turns. We gotta wait 2 turns here. Oh, this Zed might get on us here. Okay, we're lucky. He went up. Look how much damage this Zed is doing. This is Ghost, by the way. Is this 6 Crowd Diver? Leon? Nope, only 4. He's still doing that much damage. We are now uncontested on Ahri, by the way. Which means we could technically go for RE3. Because the other guy with Ahri died. How many Zeds does this guy have? He has 4 Zeds. So our 2 options is either level for Kiana Alawi or roll on 9 for RE3. I mean, given that we're already 16 XP, I'm pretty sure it's just level next turn. But I should be aware of the fact that I actually can hit RE3 this game. It is in fact possible. Well, now I'm a little more tempted to. I mean, we can just level here and sit, which is not unreasonable. We only lose, you know, 2 gold to add a Blitzcrank to our board, a 6 Sentinel Blitzcrank. It's not that bad. We could also add the Cannon for true damage on Echo, but I think a second Blitz 1 is better. So we either want a Blitzcrank item or a Sona item. We have to remember anti-heal is pretty valuable right now. True damage spot, huh? Crown Guard or Steadfast, both are really good options here. I will take true damage, by the way. I would take true damage Blitzcrank here. Or, yeah, I would take the true damage on the Blitzcrank and then put it on the Sona. That's alright. How rich are we? Okay, we can't hit Zac 3. This guy's playing Zac. I mean, I have a huge HP lead here. I'm moving this here because this guy's Zed. Yeah, I would have gotten on this guy's Zed immediately, which would have been great. Ooh, we wasted an ult here on Ahri. Never good when you waste ults on Ahri. Unlucky. That's actually the diff for that fight, by the way, is the fact that Ahri wasted an ult. That sucks. So we can never hit Blitz 3, right? Let me just verify that. Yep, we definitely cannot. I want to guarantee that I make gold here. Now remember, what is the idea here? The idea is we drop out of these two Sentinels. Or these two. Okay, let's just go ahead and drop this. Okay, what's going on with the Zed? I don't like where the Zed's going. Okay, we got it. We do have a lot of gold here. Remember, we cannot go for Blitz 3, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so... for now, we'll just do this. I really don't want to waste too much gold here, because I can actually hit RE3. Alright, so... it's definitely a Lowy. And I want this... I actually really don't want to waste gold here. Now eventually we're going to have Alawi 2 in. And we'll figure out what else goes in. I mean, we actually just beat true damage, which is pretty irregular. Pretty unusual, if you will. Not rolling down. The game's only over if I win every round. The game is not over if I lose rounds. If I win rounds, what do I care? I don't need to roll. And if I lose rounds, then I need to not roll. So I have the gold to get stronger. We just farmed 3 Warmogs for our Garen, which is insane. Very good. Very, very good. We're actually fighting Ghost here as well. Which means a guaranteed second now, at least. At a minimum, it's guaranteed second. Alright, so true damage 1, which is pretty scary. It's definitely the only composition that can beat me. I mean, that's a Shojin. I mean, does the Shojin do anything? Because I don't even have room on my Sona 2 to put it on. So it doesn't even do anything. I don't know. I really didn't even need this. You know what? Does he have any Sonas? I mean, this is the only way I throw the game, but whatever, man. Like, who cares? I can't. I can't. I want to solo it, but I know this. It actually is so bad. There we go. It finally did something. GG's. That was cool. That was pretty cool. Oh, what's up, Renix? Not bad. I mean, dude, this is not the first time that level up has actually felt good. So I'll take it. Alright, here we are for game number 65, 66, 67. I don't know what game it is. We're currently 60 LP, which is one first place away from Masters in finishing this challenge. I think here we'll just vote for 3-cost champion. Artifact Anvil is by far the worst thing we could get here, because it's very hard to make use of most of the artifacts. None of them go onto Ahri. Actually, that's not true. One can go onto Ahri, and that's Gambler's Blade. It's the only one. The issue with Scuttle Puddle is that if you go on Scuttle Puddle, everybody's rich, which means everyone's 4-1ing it, which means that you are contested most of the time. People are going to be able to get the units that you have. Now we got dropped 6 gold here. This is best case scenario. Tom Kench or Olaf, and we are very happy. Tom Kench or Olaf, and we are extremely happy. We're not extremely happy. We are the opposite of happy. How many people were able to do it? Let's go look. Let's see how many people were able to do the one. Wait, nobody did it? Wow, nobody did it. Did nobody try to do it, or did nobody get it, is the real question. We will get to make 10 gold here, though, at least. If we want to. I'm not even sure we do. Well, let's have a look here. 3, 6, 7... 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or... that's good enough for me. Who needs Senna? Who needs Cassante pair? Not me. How many people made 10 here? I think I saw 2 people make 10. Imagine that I could play AD from this spot, but I can't. Oh, Patient Study. This guy got Patient Study as well. This guy's full open fort. I'm just gonna open fort. I'm just gonna make clear that I'm open forting. It is what it is. I need to discourage as many people as possible from open forting. I know the other guy is doing it. Uh-oh. We shouldn't have sold the 2 units. We should not have sold them. Ah, whatever. I'll win the 50-50s. It's fine. We'll win the 50-50s. We're gonna win them. We're not gonna win them. We're not gonna win them, man. We're not gonna win them. We're already traveling on the first round. Yikes. Okay. Now I wish I had just played for Winstreak, but it is what it is. So we're level 4 this turn. I mean, I can't play for Winstreak. I have no items I can slam. I don't have a single item I can slam here. I actually can't. I can't play for Winstreak. I probably still open fort. It's like I only lost... I think I'm still supposed to open fort, unironically. Wait, did 4 people open fort? I think 4 people open forted. Hold on, hold on, hold on. If 4 people open forted, I should stop. So hold on. This guy's open fort. This guy's open fort. This guy's open fort. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna open fort anymore. I regret selling my Aphelios, of course, but it is what it is. That is not the best unit I can play there. Yeah, see, this is the issue, though, is like the second I fight somebody with a real board, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything. So I get 3 XP here. There's nothing I can do. I can't kill this. I can't kill anything on this guy's board. This is worst case scenario. Because now 4 people in the lobby are open forting. And we're losing anyway. And I had to give up on Cassante Aphelios. I think I just want to play as many... Just make 20 here. We'll hold on to all the Sentinels. It's fine. I mean, the problem is I don't have a headliner. I actually think I beat this guy, though. I should just do something here to make myself strong enough to beat this guy. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna itemize this. I should have done it earlier. I'm not gonna win this, am I? That's a terrible loss. And I would have won it if I slammed belt on anybody. It's so hard to do that, though. It's so hard to do that. It's so hard to commit to that decision to slam belt, because these are all units that want to be part of the final board. I don't even want to put the glove on whatever. But I shouldn't be thinking about the final board. I should be thinking about the right here and the right now. Alright, I should be able to 2-streak here, though, right? Like, who do I have left to fight? This guy? This guy who I don't beat? But these two that I beat no matter what? And then this guy I don't beat no matter what? And this guy I beat, I think? I don't know, man. Oh, I really want to beat this guy. Please tell me I beat him. I have 4 Sentinel, right? Like, surely I beat the guy that has no damage at all. Like, he has no damage whatsoever. Surely I win. I would like to fight some of these lose streakers, though. Now that I'm trying to win streak. It's gonna be really bad if I fight this guy. This guy right here. I lose the game if I fight this guy. Now, if I fight any of the other guys, though, I'm in great shape. If I fight any of the other guys, I'm in great shape. But I lose the game if I fight this guy. Like, it's really bad if I fight that guy. Okay, good. Not bad. I mean, this guy's 50 gold with patient study. Because he got a 2-item opener is what it looks like to me. Yeah, he got a 2-item opener. That's pretty good. Okay, Aphelios is a huge spike here. Such a huge spike that I should level next turn for him. For sure I should level for him next turn. And then pray I hit Senna too at some point. Because otherwise we're going to have no damage, even if we do have Aphelios with Rapid Fire in the backline. I need some gold here. Okay. -3 gold. At least we got Steadfast Heart here. Whatever. I mean, I could play that Nico, but... Like, I wanted the gold, but now I'm not happy about it because I can't slam anything except for this. So I'm not actually that happy. All things considered, I'm not that happy because I'm really not that strong. And I'm not that rich. Look how strong this guy is. Alright. At least we win against this. I mean, this guy is so weak, though. Because he's just playing what doesn't kill you. Salvage bin. I'm gonna try it. Who's ready to get confused? Oh, full Nashers? Alright. This is going to be super confusing, but the thing is, we're not playing flexibly, so maybe this salvage bin thing is good. Because we're not playing flexibly, right? When you're not playing flexibly, the powerful thing about it is that you know exactly what items you need, so it becomes a lot easier to know what to slam. It actually makes your life so much easier. Okay, this Riven's gonna... This Riven's gonna have a field day with me. In not a good way. Actually, I just realized that she doesn't have Last Whisper. And she doesn't have whatever. Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, it's still a Riven too, and I don't have any damage on my team. And he has this Martyr item that's just healing him up. I mean, I should be able to win this. Fuck it, I should Nico Senna. No, I'm not gonna Nico Senna, that's a troll. That would be a troll. That would be a very big troll. I also think it's trolling if you level here, or if you roll here. Leveling, I actually don't think is totally... It's kind of a troll. You can't... So if I pump one more time here, I'll be 31, and if I lose the round, I'll be exactly level 7. So I should pump if I... Well, if I lose, then I'd be below 50, and I kind of want to make 50. But I could get level 7 odds if I pre-level here, is basically the gist of it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna... Am I gonna lose? I am gonna lose, right? Unless... I mean, I'm getting perfect cleave value on this, I think I still lose here. Never mind. I'm still gonna pump even though I don't make, I'm gonna be 1 XP off. That's alright. What do we need here? We need Tier. Or Rod. Tier or Rod. Yeah. Okay, Rod it is. I'm gonna be really confused here on neutrals. Like, we know that we're gonna have to keep the Nashers, so we're gonna snap sell the Senna. We're gonna remake Nashers. Alright. Not getting Senna 2 this game is definitely... Also, I should have put Rod on the second Senna. I mean, I can just put Belt on second Senna, it's fine. Alright, we'll definitely be 4-1-ing it here, just like every other person on this planet. I swapped sides here because I saw this Jax and I decided to run. I've decided to run. Okay, this Lilia is not killable because I don't have anti-heal. Oh, never mind. We actually stunned it at exactly the right moment. It's pretty lucky. Honestly, not a bad loss. So when do we get this component? After 4 player combats. So this was 1 player combat, 2 player combats, 3, 4. Are we actually going to get it on wolves? That'll be pretty good. Yeah, I still don't really want... Oh my gosh. This guy blank slated into level 9. Or level 8. Pretty cool. Pretty sick board. That's awesome. Well played to him. That's a really cool, that's a cool transition that this guy did. I like that. I like that a lot. Well played to him. Alright, so the big thing that's confusing here... Oh, you can't actually... You know what the thing is about salvage bin is that you can't make the item until you have the unit that you're going to put the item on, which makes things a little difficult. I wonder how much gold he's farmed off of Kayn. This guy's going first, by the way. This is a sick blank slate. This is such a sick blank slate. Patient Study into blank slate, level 8 on 3-2. Into Kayn farming a ton of gold. That's cool. Okay, we got unlucky here. We're gonna get really overwhelmed here. Because it's super hard to play this. But it's alright. I mean, for now, we should probably just do this just to make things less confusing. I know it's gonna break up again, by the way. I know that that's how this works. Who am I missing? Lilia here? Okay, we need to roll a little bit more here. If we get a Sentinel... I don't think that's very good. We know Combat Caster is great.
Hear my song and dance in the moonlight. They aren't gonna like this.
It's good enough.
My trainee days are long behind me.
Alright. We got there at the end. It took us a little bit. No, I think KDA is stronger. When I don't have any items for the Sona, I'm pretty sure it's stronger. Should make 10 here though. Damn, I would have gotten it anyway. I would have gotten the I would have gotten RE2 anyway, but I wasn't gonna roll anymore, so I kind of wanted to do it ASAP. I wanted to make it ASAP. Am I completely uncontested? I must be. I am. Although this guy wanted to play Ahri. I should just slam this. There's no reason not to slam it because I can just get the item back and remake it into something better. But there's no reason not to make it right now. Gotta remember, Salvage Bin is a little different. Things go a little differently when you play Salvage Bin, right? I'm going Rod here for Ionic Spark. Because I might actually keep this Morello the whole game. It might be fine to keep, honestly. Plus, getting gold here is really valuable. Because at some point, I'm going to want to push to level 9. Okay, this guy hit Disco Blitz, so all the blitzes are basically out of the pool at this point. So, good chance we're never selling this Blitzcrank. In all honesty, really good chance we're never selling it. Okay, very good. Okay, we're apparently not completely uncontested, Ahri, but this guy's gonna die soon anyway. I don't know how this guy got stuck on level 7, but... In fact, I have no idea what this guy's up to. Yeah, you can play Gragas plus Alawi. Only Alawi. And yeah, I sold Alawi though, because I needed it in order to buy the Blitzcrank here. But yeah, I actually could see dropping these two for Alawi, Gragas, and then going... And then adding the 5th Spellweaver on 9. I could see that being the play. This is scary. Usually this comp is a counter, but maybe it'll be alright this time. I say maybe it'll be alright this time just because... Oh, and we even have Shiv on Mordekaiser, which is huge. It's actually helping us a ton here. And we have anti-heal here. Okay, holy mackerel, I have to make sure that I'm on... I don't want Discord notifications while I'm playing. I mean, we were on that Blitzcrank for a long time. Yeah, no surprise that we lose this. Like I said, this is a hard counter. This comp is one of the hardest comps for this comp to beat. It is what it is. I can't even beat... It sucks, though, that I can't even beat a 1-star TF with horrible items. Like, yes, I know he has shock treatment and everything, but his items on TF are completely awful. But the problem is that his Blitzcrank has 3 tank items. We're looking for Cloak here, if anything. No Cloak. We can go Warmogs. Let's go Warmogs. Crown Guard. I didn't sell a 2-star Echo. I never had a 2-star Echo. But I did sell an Echo, yes, in order to move items to Alawi. Or to Blitzcrank. Alright, well, Manazane Ahri is not good. Especially when his Spark is not in the right spot. We need to be mindful of the fact that we can still get Spark. If we ever get Cloak on Carousel. Alright. 52 gold to level, it's definitely time. Whatever, I don't care that it's not the right interval. But yeah, if I get Alawi plus Gragas, I might consider swapping this out. Okay, there's no reason to sell Lulu there until after I see whether I'm going to win or lose. I'm kind of just assuming I'm going to lose, but it shouldn't be an assumption I make. I'm not very strong here, but we'll see what happens. I'm fighting a reroll comp that did not hit a single 3-cost, or a 3-star. I should have a pretty good matchup into an all 2-star 3-cost board. Especially after going 9. Alright. What's the game plan from here? Let me have a look at this. So this TF player is unbeatable for me. So is the... we're probably going 5th here, from what I'm looking at, unless these guys take bad losses. I think the only guy I can beat is the guy... Okay, this was the only guy I could beat. Now I'm not so sure I can beat him. This guy took Salvage Bin too. That's pretty sick. I actually think I would have beaten this guy before, but now I'm pretty sure I don't, right? Especially if he's just gonna stun my... Like, you know, this Thresh is, like, the most annoying unit of all time. Wow, we actually won. How is this guy on a win streak? He doesn't even look that strong. Genuinely does not look that strong. Bow... That's a full Ionic. I should just take the full Ionic. I don't even need to remake anything. I just take the full Ionic here. Does suck, though, that there's nothing to put the Ionic on. That's, you know, I guess I could put it on Garen. That's fine. So what's the play here is the question. Oh, this guy won the game. This guy actually straight up won the game. Well played to him. Really, really well played. This guy won the game. I'm not happy. I'm gonna have to fight this guy next, probably. Yeah. Alright. We're getting 50 owed. This guy won the game, guaranteed. There's nothing anybody can do to contest his first place here. Absolutely insane spot for him. I mean, actually, I say that, but he doesn't have Alawi yet. The second he has Alawi, it's over. But he doesn't have Alawi yet. So we actually scammed a win. This is the biggest scam of all time, by the way. That is the biggest scam to ever happen. Because this guy will go first the second he finds Alawi. There he goes, he found it. Okay, this guy hasn't found Alawi yet. That's good. I don't know that it's enough for me to beat him, though. Alright, we're on the Blitz. How long is it gonna take to kill this Blitz? I mean, once the Sona ults, it should die quickly. My Sona, that is. I need my Sona ult. Okay. Now we're good. Very good. It's looking like we might scam out a second here. I don't think a second is enough to go first, or to get to Masters, but getting a 5 streak into neutrals here is massive, especially if we get a Sona item. Any Soda item. I will take anything I can get here for Sona. Like, we need these Sona items desperately. I actually think we level here on... Not this turn, but next turn. I'm trying to think here. Bow, cloak, sword, BT, rod, belt, bow, sword. There's nothing that I can think of that I can do without giving up on anti-heal. I can't give up on anti-heal. Yeah, QS is good, but this what do you call it? Are we actually gonna lose to this? Nice. All right, give me a Lulu here. Also take a Kiana.
And dance in the moonlight.
I never beat this, unfortunately. I should keep that in mind, though. Titans on Carousel. I need to remember that Titans is good. You know, I think I might have a chance of winning this, if and only if I have to. Okay, I think I can win this match with Alawi too. As crazy as it is, I actually think I can. How many Alawis are gone? 3 here, 4 here. Can you hit Alawi Headliner? Can I hit Alawi Headliner if I sell this Blitz? Maybe. And then go... Oh, I messed up. I'm dead. Why would I swap that? Oh, I know why I swapped it. I swapped it to avoid the Thresh. That's a huge mistake, though. GG's. Now my Ahri is not attacking things that are sundered. That's... Oops. I mean, we did dodge the thing. But his Kayn just literally killed my Sona. Okay, we got Kayned. I can't believe I lost the Kayn. I lost the Kayn. I lost to Kayn. I lost to Kayn. I lost to Kayn. I lost to Kayn. Is there a Titans here? There's a full Sunfire. What does Adaptive do? Oh, it's a mana item. Sure. Alright, whatever. I never beat this guy otherwise. Not even sure I'm stronger right now. I didn't switch it in time. I didn't switch it in time. My bad. I need you to cast. She didn't cast. Dude, there's nobody that could beat this. Nobody was ever beating this. Oh, but we went second? We actually went second. Maybe that's enough. Is that enough in this lobby? It is! I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe that going second there was enough. Nice. It's done. We made it. We actually finished the stupid challenge. Alright, let me go see, let's go see what we were able to do it in. What was the time? Or how many games did we have to play, and what were the final stats? So the final stats are 68 games played, 3.35 average ranking, which is, honestly, I was kind of hoping for it to be like in the 2s, but that's alright. 66% top 4 rate, 29% win rate. Not too bad. And we did nothing but play Ahri every single game. Okay, well, this game we didn't have Ahri on our board, but we did have Ahri on our bench. I promise we had Ahri on our bench. But every single game we played Ahri, all 68 of them. So not bad overall. Lots of second places once we got into Diamond, which is, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it was definitely a lot harder. I guess final thoughts here at the very end here before I'm going to end stream here and work on the video and everything. But my final thoughts on Ahri Sentinels is that it's a very strong comp. It's going to get nerfed in next patch for sure. I don't know if the patch notes have been released yet, but it's going to get nerfed. It's very strong. I think in this particular set, the only way to one trick is you need to play a comp that is a 4-cost comp. You cannot play 2-cost reroll. You cannot play 3-cost reroll every single game, because if anybody else is playing the same composition as you, you're no longer going to be able to hit the headliner. But when it comes to the 4-cost, you actually can hit the headliner, or you have alternatives, and just hitting the 2-star is good enough. And in fact, with Ahri, what made her so strong is that she was stable in stage 4 at 1-star. So overall, I feel like this was one of the few examples of a composition you can one-trick in set 10. We were pretty successful for it. At the very beginning, we had nothing but first places. As we got towards the end of our session here at the end of the challenge, it got a lot harder to get top 4s because we no longer could always open fort, because a lot more players were open forting than before. In fact, for this last game here, I believe there was 4 full people in the lobby that open forted. So it definitely got a lot harder once we couldn't guarantee that we were going to have a ton of gold on 4-1. But overall, comp is really strong. If you're looking to climb with it, it's still pretty good in this patch, obviously. It's going to get patched next patch. It is what it is. That's it. We're done.